is the host.
And his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost.
Virginia sounds like this.
Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. Jason
Talks like a spaz.
and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Well, hello and good morning. Welcome to Tuesday here on the KVJ Show. How you doing, Virginia?
I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. My voice is shaky, but trying to recover.
I mean, we do not have a very fit show. I'm not going to lie. We're kind of a mess.
Rusty.
Yeah, there's
Crusty.
a lot of issues. I mean, it's honestly just getting this thing on the air is quite an accomplishment every single day. Not to mention actually dialing up actual entertainment. I don't know if that's going to happen. We're just maybe trying to get everybody here. Virginia's here. She's trying to get her voice back from a raucous weekend at the Feast of Little Italy. Thank you again to everybody who brought her shots. Appreciate that.
Enablers.
Yes, and Jbird, we're trying to get an update on him. So there was apparently complications with him getting back from Oregon last night. They were trying to figure out exactly where he might be on planet Earth.
Yeah, last I heard, I don't know if you heard something after 10 p.m. yesterday. He said he was in Texas and his plane had been delayed because the plane had a flat tire. He was catching his connecting flight. They were all boarded onto the plane, and then everybody had to get off of the plane.
Okay. And so that was kind of it. So he had plane issues that were going on last night. The only thing, he did end the text with something I found slightly alarming to me. He said, just giving you a heads up, going to the bar to drink more, I'm going to be very tired and hungover / drunk. Again, just giving an update, weirdos. And then you gave him the great advice, have some drinks, get loose. And then I won't even say the rest of what you put in your very vulgar text.
You can't read that on
No,
the
I
radio.
can't. No, we're not going to read that one.
But-
No, we're going to leave that alone.
I know it made you laugh.
It did. It was, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're going to do that. You have some fun. So that's kind of the odds on today. And yesterday when we wrapped up the show, we all kind of had a fun little bit because, we thought Jbird was going to get in at midnight. And how many times during the course of today's show was he going to say, I didn't sleep very well last night? I know we thought we were anywhere from like 5 to 12 different times you're going to hear that during the course of today's show. But yeah, I don't even know if we're going to get Bird at all. This was really the last thing that I heard from him. This was a voicemail that was on my phone when I woke up this morning.
Oh, so maybe, was this after 10 p.m.?
The timing on this, let me try to get an actual timestamp on this. This is 2:17 a.m.
Okay, so this is probably several hours later.
This is several hours later, and this is right before I woke up this morning. This was on my phone.
Kevin, what up, Kevin? Here. You get there. Make it happen. Gonna be real. Oh yeah. Love you. Love you. Yeah. Come on now. Come on.
Okay, that's what I got.
What is that?
That was.
Is he by himself cheering and chanting your name?
I don't know. It sounded like it was by himself, hammered in an airplane toilet. So, yeah, I don't know really what was going on there.
Interesting.
That's all I have to go on. That's just the contextual clues that so far we've been given about Jbird, where he might be. Even his sweet boy Dennys has not even heard any updates on exactly where in the world Jbird might be. So we do not know. Hopefully we'll hear something here soon. But yeah, if that was 2:08, that's still I was going to say that's still 5 hours ago. It's not 7:08, is it?
It's
no,
6:08.
It's not. Again, I'm going to have to deal with this for I don't know how long. It's just...
They didn't fix your clock?
No, can I get another clock in here, honestly? Because I am just still like, it really throws me off. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. What? I know. I'm sorry I keep mentioning that, but I'm like, oh, wait, what? My confusion when it catches me off guard, then I say it and it catches everybody else throughout Radioland off guard because they're like, wait, what? It's 7 a.m.? No, it's not. It's 6 a.m. They haven't changed my clocks because of daylight saving time. So I'm still on the old time, not the new time. So anyway, 4 hours, I believe, if my math serves me correctly, 4 hours since we've heard from Jbird. So there you go. You don't have to do math, Virginia. I did it for you.
Thank you.
I see your eyeballs spinning.
I was doing it.
Yeah, don't do it. It's okay. We got it taken care of. So there we go. That is the latest. We'll see. We're trying to get everybody back together here to actually do a show for you. Maybe that'll happen today. I don't know.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in just a second in your Dirt of the Day, it looks like Alec Baldwin is now going to sue the guy that he punched, supposedly, during that fight recently. Remember they were on the street fighting over a parking spot?
He's had so many that I don't know. I don't, put one ahead of the other. It feels like he's done that about 25 times, and I don't remember which one this is.
Well, now he's suing the guy that he supposedly punched. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, Felicity Huffman began her community service. She started working for the Teen Project, which is a center that serves at-risk and homeless women. So it's a beautiful thing she's doing. She's got 250 hours of community service that she has to fill in there.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Chris Brown and his ex, India Marie, are hooking up again. They say that he's also expecting a baby, but with another chick besides this India Marie. He's been very, very busy. So he already has a daughter named Royalty with his ex, Nia. So it sounds like another baby is on the way for Chris Brown.
Wow, Chris Brown staying busy, huh?
Very busy.
He's still putting out the hits.
And finally here, Alec Baldwin is suing the guy that claims Alec punched him over a fight about a parking space. Now, Alec is saying the guy lied to police about being punched, that he never punched the guy. He said he lightly pushed him, and that was all that happened. And according to Alec, he has proof.
Okay.
So the guy that said, "Oh, Alec punched me," has been claiming headaches and weight loss and sleep loss.
Yeah, he's going to make it as bad as in fact, he's probably on some crazy crash diet right now to make it look terrible.
He says he hasn't been able to work since Alec punched him, so it's a whole thing. You can expect this is not going to be over anytime soon.
Okay.
And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day, brought to you by Paws in the Park. Are you so excited, Kevin? Are you bringing your little dog?
No, I don't know if my dog would fare well at Paws in the Park. I mean, the squirrels are intimidating to my dog.
Next Saturday, not this Saturday, at Carlin Park in Jupiter. Bring your pooch, bring your cat, and come on down.
All right.
Do you need more KVJ Show? Find everything KVJ at kvjshow.com.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
Well, I think I kind of tell you collectively what's on our mind is like, where is Jbird? We don't really know. That is kind of the mystery here today. We are just trying right now to just track what flight he might have been on. We didn't know. He didn't say specifically which airline. We just knew that, where his connecting flight was and about what time he was supposed to land in South Florida. And then, there were some issues, I guess, with his plane. He got on the plane, then they had to get off the plane. So, there's some stuff that was going on with that. Virginia was just kind of like checking. And so I think we're trying to just figure that out. And haven't heard from the bird since we got that very weird voicemail from him about 4 hours ago.
So the only flight coming from Dallas was supposed to land at 12:23 a.m. It was an American flight, and it says it was on time.
Okay.
Now, was this yesterday? Ay.
Okay.
I don't know if this... No, I think it was yesterday.
Okay.
I don't see anything else coming in to...
So did he have the right airport?
There's nothing else coming in from Dallas until 2:42 this afternoon. See, I really wish he would have let me book his flight because, first of all, I wouldn't have had him flying in town at midnight.
Yeah.
When he has to get up for a radio show at 3 a.m.
Right.
That was a poor booking choice.
So we really have no idea.
We have no idea. We have no control, no idea what he did.
Yeah, he's not answering his phone, and we don't know. We don't believe he's landed in South Florida.
Well, if he's here, he would have called us, right?
That's what I would think. I would think if he had landed, he'd be like going, "Hey, I'm in," or whatever. Because I mean, yeah, you're, you know.
You know what? I told you this before he even went on the trip. I'm like, Kevin, I don't think we're gonna see him on Tuesday. And look, here it is. He ain't here. It's Tuesday. I did not think this was gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm not.
He didn't think it was gonna happen. He told me. He was like, Tuesday's iffy. I'm going to be real drunk and tired.
Oh, good heavens. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we'll try to track that down. But that's probably the number one thing that we got on our mind is trying to find out where in the heck Bird is. And we have no idea. And the only thing that just kind of worries me was just when he was going there and everything was going well, he had to have somebody walk him to his gate and put the little, pilot wings on him and take him to a seat and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, you throw any kind of complications whatsoever and rock the boat in the least with this traveler, and anything now is possible.
Well, when I heard he sent us that text at 10 p.m. last night that the plane had a tire that was flat and they were already boarded and they had to get off the plane and now you're waiting for this new plane or a new tire. Like, ugh.
Okay.
That sounds to me like, okay, you're going to get stuck in Dallas.
Okay. Well, that might be where he is. That's the last known location of Jbird.
Dallas, Texas, heading towards the bar and the airport.
So if there's anybody that's listening to us right now on a mobile app and you're in the airport in Dallas, could you keep an eye out for a guy that's probably laying on the floor somewhere?
Definitely lay on the floor.
Likely in pajama pants, disheveled. He's going to have some kind of hat on.
Yeah, definitely hat.
Probably that dolphin ski hat
Probably.
thing that he wears, yeah. So that's what we're looking for. So if you're there, please call us up. Let us know that you've seen Jbird. Yeah, talking about flat tires. Gosh, I realize I am not man enough to drive the vehicle that I have. I've got a Jeep that I'm driving right now. It's kind of like my son's while he's at school that I drive around. And I got a flat tire yesterday. Just in the middle of the day. I got home from work and I was getting ready to go back out to go to the gym. And my tire was completely flat. Like nothing left in it. And so I started to kind of like look around and, the spare tire's on the back of the Jeep. And I started looking at that and there was, it was some kind of bolt that I'm like, I couldn't even find anything for. I looked.
A lot of times it's a special key bolt.
Yes.
And it's because they don't want people to steal your tire. So they make it really hard to get it off. But it makes it really hard for the car owner if you don't know where that key bolt is.
So I looked at that. I took one look at it. I'm like, all right, this is above my manliness level. I had to call a buddy of mine, Tucker, and thank goodness he makes house calls. And he came out last night, had a special jack, and he's out there in the dark, and he's got a drill that has a light on it so he can see the lug nuts. I mean, he looked like he was NASCAR, and boom, done.
A man named Tucker knows his way around the drill.
Oh, yeah. And I was just sitting there like just a mouse of a man in a shameful state. Just, that I have to call another man to come change my tire. I'm just pathetic. And I realized I don't think I feel like a fraud because I am not man enough to drive this vehicle. And it's a fraud because it's got jacked up tires and it's black and it looks like, okay, this is a dude that is manly that knows something. He's a guy that packs heat. He's the kind of guy you don't want to tangle with.
You need a Prius.
I'm the complete opposite exactly of who that guy is. It's a false representation, me driving that thing around. I don't deserve it. And I realize that. I don't belong in that vehicle. It's a lovely vehicle, but I just don't belong in it. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I think I might have blown something up yesterday, totally accidentally.
Uh-oh.
So, in my neighborhood, I'm going through this drama of the HOA says I can't have a pool because of my property lines and the setbacks and all that. So I'm not done fighting, of course. I have a lawyer and I have a lot of fight left in me, unlike the old people on my HOA. I got some years left. So one of my neighbors, who is super sweet and super kind, she's actually got a pool. So she's got a different kind of layout. She lives in the same shape house as me.
Okay.
Like it's the same floor plan.
Okay.
It's just on a different street. She also backs up to the golf course, but her pool is kind of like on the side of her house, and it's all screened in, and it's really cute.
Yeah, it sounds lovely. It's kind of like what you want.
It's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
And so I ran into her, and she kind of told me that she's really, really like 99% sure they're moving.
Okay.
And so she was like, hey, you could always sell your house and buy my house.
All right.
And then you'll have a pool, and boom, you're in the same neighborhood that you love. You're just
Yeah.
on one street over. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And my husband was right there, so I went and told Panda. I'm like, yeah, they're thinking about moving. They live in so-and-so house. And he was like, really? And so we're just thinking about it. And we put so much work into our house and made it so personal that it's hard for my brain to process. But we really want a pool. So
You would really like switch houses just to get a pool?
I don't know. I'm not.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
not there yet.
I don't know.
But
yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
That's going a long way. I mean, you're really putting a pool very important. I mean, you don't have a
I know.
community pool? Like there's nowhere else to go swimming anywhere near your house?
There is a community pool, but
Yeah.
I won't let Rocco go to it unless I'm there.
Sure.
And I never have time to take him.
I got it.
He
Okay.
can't. I won't even let him go with his sister.
But in 3 years, may he be over that level? So
Maybe, yeah.
yeah. So I mean, you're talking about a move of a house to get a pool that in 3 years it's not going to be necessary anyway.
Look, this whole thing has spun me around.
I mean,
and
it
twisted my brain, but beyond rational thinking.
I was going to say, yeah, the pool is a much higher priority than anything else at this point.
So yesterday we're coming home, and I
Yeah.
told Mags, I'm like, hey, here's what's going on. This is the lady, this is the house. And so we drove by it, and she's like, that's my friend's house. I'm like, oh, you know that kid? She's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know that kid. So it's a little boy in the neighborhood that's the same age as Mags. They all play together, whatever. And so she was like, that's weird, okay. And so she went home and called him and told him, hey, we're thinking about maybe looking at your house because your mom's selling it. He didn't know.
Oh, man. And so he does not want to leave the house.
No, that's how he found out he was moving.
Oh, that's tough. Oh, boy. Well, as a parent, you can't go run your yap, I mean, you got
I
to...
didn't know that she didn't tell the kids
Yeah,
yet.
well, that's kind of on her. I mean, that's really not on you.
I feel terrible,
if
though.
you have a secret and someone else is not supposed to say anything...
If you have a secret, don't tell Virginia.
Yeah, well, and then don't tell Virginia, don't tell anybody. I mean, I've had that happen too, where somebody's told me a secret that I didn't even know was a secret, and I've said something like going, why'd you tell him? Like going, I didn't think it was anything other than common knowledge. I mean, you can't get mad at me. That's on you.
I just feel bad because
I know, but
I don't want to blow
you
up
shouldn't.
somebody's thing.
No.
I would hate if Mags found out we were moving from one of her friends. I would be
But
devastated.
you need to tell Mags first.
I
Mags
would.
she needs to know before her friends, and that's the difference in this whole situation.
So there you go. I'm just spreading more love in my neighborhood.
Yeah. Okay.
More people hate me.
All right. There you go. Well, somebody told me that apparently Jbird had made a video from the TGI Fridays. So maybe we can start putting some more pieces to the puzzle together if we can grab some audio from that. Trying to find out, Jbird was supposed to land last night about midnight. There were some issues with his plane, a flat tire. They had to deboard the plane, and he was heading to the bar. So where might he be? Is he in South Florida? Is he still on the floor at the TGI Fridays in Dallas? We'll find out.
Look at you listening to the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky. Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Okay, we're getting some intel here. We're trying to find out where Jbird is. He was supposed to land at midnight. There were some plane issues. He had a flat tire on the plane, had to go back into the bar. That was pretty much the last we'd heard of him from Dallas, and people are speculating what exactly might be going on here. Somebody thinks that maybe he got caught trying to bring that Oregon weed back with him.
No.
Okay, I don't think
I don't think he would do that.
Yes. Somebody said you have to put a tracker on your phone. Denny, did you find that video from the TGI Fridays that he had posted up?
It looks like, I think it's on KVJ Facebook. I just saw it too.
Okay, that's where it is? Okay. Is that on there? Can I play it, or is it have a bad word in it?
I hope he's not
Just check and let
cursing.
me. Well, I don't know. He was on my voicemail. That's why I'm like, oh, don't want to just run that out there. He might have a choice word that is buried in there somewhere. So he posted up a video. He did a Facebook Live video, or was it just a quick video that he posted up last night, from what you can tell?
Now I can't find it. Maybe it's on his page. Hold on.
Okay.
I just saw it.
Okay.
It's so hard.
It is very hard trying to keep up with where the bird is. Just want to make sure he's safe and sound here today as he's traveling back. Okay, yeah, I don't see it on our thing.
I don't see it on ours, but maybe it's on his. Hold on, he's got multiple pages. I hate this. You know, Facebook is so dumb. Once you get to 5,000 friends, they make you start a fan page. So then you have 2 pages. It's just so stupid.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's saying that probably what would be good for Jbird is we should get him on the Life 360 app or some type of family tracking app.
I have
He
Life
just needs to be
360
looked after.
because I have it for Magnolia. Look, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I can look and see exactly where she is at any moment. It shows me her driving report, so I know exactly how fast the car she was in was traveling.
Yeah, but I think we went through this already. We talked about this another time where he had gotten lost, and he's like, there is no way I'm giving Virginia access to track where I am.
Well, if we just put it on his phone, he might not notice he has it.
Yeah. That's a good point, yeah.
I think I could hide it in his apps, and he might not see it for 6 months.
Yeah, but the first time we talk about it, he's going to be like, wait, you guys put a tracking app on my phone? I think he'll get that. Yeah, it's on Instagram is where he posted it. Did you find it? Okay. Is it something that I can play? Do you know? Does it give any kind of contextual clues as to where in the world is Jason Jbird Pennington? That's what we're trying to figure out here. Okay, where in the world could he be?
Oh, yeah, there it is. It's the last thing posted on our Instagram page.
Okay.
42-second long video.
Okay. And what does it look like from the video, like where he might be?
This is still in the airport, but it looks like yesterday because it looks like it's still maybe daylight.
Okay, so he's just explaining what we already knew.
He's explaining about the problem with the tires on the plane and that he was going to be late.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. All right, so that's what the status is with Jbird. We'll keep tracking his whereabouts to make sure that he's all right. Okay. I think even if he does get in early, the boy needs to probably sleep, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's probably the right move. Yeah, they're talking about just how tired people are today, and we don't really, we know that sleep is important, but people don't prioritize sleep at all. Like, I don't know why. People just totally take it for granted. They did this survey, and they were asking Americans what are their biggest priorities in life. 1 is family, and that's good. 2 is sleeping. So they're like going, okay, are you sleeping? Like, oh, no, we're not sleeping. And the reason is because we're doing other things. We want to entertain ourselves. They say the number one thing that's taking priority over sleep for Americans is streaming TV shows or movies. 88% of Americans do it, including 95% of people between 18 and 45. You ever got caught on a TV show where you're going, yeah, I'm just going to watch one more, and then they help you out because it gets to the next episode faster than you can blink. You're going, oh, it's all right. I'll just shave 20 minutes off of my sleep, and then before you know it, you shave 2 hours off.
Yeah, it happens quick.
And the next day you're miserable. So that's the number one thing that people are doing. 71% of people can't tear away from a good book, Virginia. Thankfully, nobody on this show can relate to that. Number 3 is watching sports. Under 60% of people will choose sports over sleep, more men than women.
That's the rough thing, because they start some of these NFL games Sunday night, 8 o'clock, 8:30. Like, the game is not going to be over till 11.
Yeah, it's totally, it's bad
11:30 or
right.
midnight.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
No, they don't set anybody up well for that. Yeah, when the games are done that late and you got to still go to work, they need to figure that out. And then playing video games, 59%, 42% of women will give up sleep just to play some video games. So if you're groggy today and you did one of those things, you're not alone. A lot of people wind up doing it, so it's not just you. All right, Jenny's gave me the video that Jbird had put out from TGI Fridays. Any contextual clues as to where he might be here?
Hello, KVJ Nation. So my flight is delayed. Me and my sister Becky get on the plane. Everyone's boarded, and then they say, "Hey, we have a flat tire. Everybody get off of the plane." And it's going to take 45 minutes to 2 hours. So I'm now at Fridays. Getting my drink on, and I might be a little hungover for tomorrow's show, Kevin. Or I may not even show up. I don't know. I love you all. Bigfoot is real. There's your Jbird vlog update.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, and his sister is with him.
Yeah, his sister Becky was with him.
That's good.
He had a traveling companion. And I just got this text that came in, and this, I think, is the answer here. It's from Jbird. We finally heard from him. He said, I didn't get into my house until 4:30. What time did he get in? He got in at 2? He got in at 2. So apparently there was problems with Jbird getting into his house. It took him 2.5 hours.
What?
To get into his house.
Did he lose his keys?
Probably, yes. And I never slept on the plane. I'm insanely drowsy. Okay. I said, well, why don't you just get some sleep? So there you go. Jonas Brothers, man, they love South Florida. I mean, they're here like all the time, and they're going to be back in just 10 more days at the BB&T Center. And they've got all these scheduled appearances that they're going to be here in South Florida, not even just 10 days from now at the BB&T Center. But the Jonas Brothers are going to be back. They're doing the Jingle Ball thing again at BB&T, which is, to me, I'm still trying to kind of figure this out, Virginia. Because if they're going to be here on the 15th, the Jonas Brothers, and they're going to perform there, and didn't they just do 2 shows not long ago at American Airlines Arena and at BB&T? And so they're coming back around again.
They're that popular.
And then they're going to be at the BB&T Center again December 22nd.
It's a lot.
That's a month later, and you're like, okay. And I think at those performances, they only do a few shows or a few songs, and then they get off the stage. And then the Jonas Brothers are coming back to do a New Year's Eve concert at the Fontainebleau in Miami Beach.
I wonder if the people that are booking them are looking at the calendar and seeing how much they're coming down here.
I would think you have to.
It's going to saturate at some level.
I mean, is South Florida just can't get enough of the Jonas Brothers? Is that what it is? We're like, oh my gosh. I mean, every single month we have them. Have you ever seen another artist play down here?
But for them,
every month,
like those little gigs where they just pop in, they sing 4 songs, and they get paid. And
yeah, they'll do like 3 songs, probably a Jingle Ball.
That seems like a pretty sweet gig.
Yeah,
because you don't have to do the production. You don't have to do. It's not like a tour.
Right.
Somebody else takes care of all the details and the stuff that you don't want to deal with. You just show up and sing 4 songs and bounce.
Yeah, they're probably doing it right. I mean, especially this time of year, a good time to come down. So 10 days from now at the BB&T, December 22nd at BB&T, and then Jonas Brothers again at the Fontainebleau on New Year's Eve.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of Jonas Brothers. And if you're still not getting enough of them, you can see Nick Jonas. He's going to be at the Aventura Mall's Macy's location coming up on November 14th. So that's going to be the day before they do the show at the BB&T Center. So you can see him in just 9 days there. 6 p.m. he's going to be introducing JVXNJ Silver Edition. That's how you say it.
Is that his new cologne?
Yes, it is. It is eau de toilette.
I mean, if you want to smell like one of the Jonas, he is the cutest one. So I would say, yeah.
You think he's cuter than Joe?
Definitely.
Okay. He's pairing up with celebrity designer John Varvatos. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, yeah, Varvatos, yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. Obviously, I don't wear fancy deodorant or cologne or whatever it might be. The first 200 fans that purchase whatever this cologne is going to be able to meet and take a photo with Nick. So.
Oh.
Yes.
But wait, like, you're going to be buying it for your boyfriend. It's not going to be a bunch of dudes in line. I want a picture.
Yeah, I assume that's probably it. And you don't care just to get the photo. You're going to buy the cologne no matter what it is.
Buy it for your boyfriend for Christmas. Even though you don't like your boyfriend very much, you like Nick Jonas, and then you get the photo.
Yeah, that's true. They did this poll on BuzzFeed. I want to see how many you get right here. They're asking which member of these celebrity couples is more famous. And they got Nick Jonas and his now wife, Priyanka Chopra. Okay, who's more famous by how much?
It's still him.
Okay, it's still Nick.
Yeah.
What do you think the odds are? And this is only just people going to BuzzFeed and voting. You had to say Nick Jonas versus Priyanka.
He's twice as famous as she is.
It's a lot more than that. He's 89%
Okay.
of their fame. She's 11.
I get it.
What about his brother Joe Jonas and his now wife Sophie Turner?
Sophie is 60%.
Okay. And so she's the majority?
I think.
You think so?
Isn't she an actress?
She isn't. She was on Game of Thrones. Yeah.
I think, Game of Thrones? She's massive.
Yeah. Not more massive than Joe Jonas. He's 70% of their fame.
Really?
She's 30. Mm-hmm. What do you think about Kim Kardashian and Kanye?
I noticed you didn't put Kevin Jonas in there.
No, I don't even know the name of his wife. I don't think anybody knows.
He's
Maybe
the homely
what?
Jonas. Oh.
What do you think, Kim Kardashian versus Kanye West?
Oh, wow, that's a good one. I feel like she's 60, he's 40.
I would think that seems right. They've got her at 82%.
82?
What is going on with Kanye?
Well, he has slipped a lot.
Is it because we all think he's nuts?
And I think his new music is not as appealing as his old music. I'm sorry. I was tracking old Kanye over the weekend.
It's good.
And I listened to the new Kanye because
Yeah.
my girlfriend told me I'm not living if I didn't listen to the new
Oh, you're not living?
Jesus is King or
Okay.
whatever.
Well, it's the number one album in America, Virginia.
I'm not feeling
It's
it.
ninth number one in a row.
Put that up against like Monster
Yeah.
from back in the day.
Yeah.
It's not even a contest.
No, the hooks and all that stuff.
Put that
are
up
not the
against
same.
Gold Digger or anything from Watch the Throne. Like, no.
And the album's only like, what, 28 minutes, something like that?
Yeah, it's super short.
Right.
I'm just not that impressed with it. Maybe I just like cursing.
Who's bigger out of Bill and Hillary Clinton? Which one of that couple's more famous?
I don't know. It's Bill, right?
I would think so too. He was the one that was president. Hillary didn't get a chance to do that. She's more famous.
Really?
According to BuzzFeed, 54 to 46%. That's probably about the closest one.
Okay.
Jennifer Lopez and A-Rod.
J-Lo.
By a lot. 98% for her.
Absolutely.
John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. Which one of those two is more famous?
That's tough because I follow her every move on social media. She's so entertaining.
Yeah.
And she gets into fights with people. She does not
She does.
give a rat's you know what.
Yeah.
I think it's John.
I was surprised by how much. 70% for John.
Okay.
I don't feel like that's accurate, but that's what they say.
I think he's just more famous for his talents. She's more famous for commenting on social.
Okay. Other lopsided couples, Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, they've got him at 99% of the fame.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello, they got him at 80% of the fame over her.
I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, I don't
one.
think it's that much.
No.
Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, she's at 75%. Does that sound right?
No, they're 50-50.
No.
He's a major movie star.
There's no way they're 50-50.
Orlando Bloom is a major movie star. They
Yeah,
are
but those movies are
50-50.
now, what, 10, 15 years old? Something like that?
Did you see that picture of him
Paddleboarding?
paddleboarding naked? They're 50-50.
That was impressive.
It was more than impressive. I mean, you got to factor in he was probably wet and cold. That's with shrinkage.
It is impressive.
Very impressive.
He didn't need a paddle. It was that good. Gwen Stefani, Blake Shelton, they've got her at 77% of the fame.
Yeah,
out of those
I
two.
buy that. Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. That's how that all breaks down. And to give you a lesson here, Virginia, if you ever see a celebrity out in public, they broke it down on how you should treat them. And they asked people, if you saw a big celebrity at a restaurant with friends or family, do you go over and interrupt or do you hang back and respect their privacy?
Depends on if I'm drinking.
If you're drinking 100%, you're going up and bothering them.
100.
100%. And it's not going to go well.
It's not going to go well, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, this is my one chance, and I act like an idiot, so it's just kind of me.
Well, you're so millennial, Virginia. They say 22% of people in a new poll said that they would walk right up to them. They don't care. They'd say hi. They'd ask for a selfie. And they say it was people in their 20s and 30s that were more likely to go interrupt. People who are older are like, nah, let them eat in peace.
I listened to a podcast, you know, that Dax Shepard podcast that
Yep.
he does. And him and Edward Norton, they get into this. Like, they deep dive into how do you feel as a celebrity when people come up and want a picture with you? And Edward Norton absolutely despises it So I think
Oh,
back.
really?
I think back
Yeah.
to like 15 years ago when I bum rushed Edward Norton and got a picture with him.
You completely hated every moment of it.
Hated every moment of it and talked at length about how he hates it.
Which one is your worst celebrity interaction? Because you had David Spade was not thrilled to see you. You got a photo with him anyway. You've been kicked out of clubs because of your interaction. Is that your worst one with Bill Bellamy?
Probably Bill Bellamy.
Okay,
yeah.
that's number one. Okay, what's your top 3 worst celebrity interactions for Virginia? Bill Bellamy's number one. He had you kicked out of a club. He's like, you were so annoying to him. He went to, and this is in South Florida, so they're like going, okay, yeah, we got the crazy lady from the radio. We're going to have to kick her out of the club because Bill Bellamy's like, she is harassing me.
Denzel and Jay-Z had me removed from the VIP room in Miami, at Mint in Miami. That's pretty big.
It's pretty good. Okay, so you have been removed at a celebrity's
I wasn't kicked
request.
out of the club. I was just removed from the VIP.
Okay, so Bill Bellamy, because you were completely kicked out of the club with Bill Bellamy.
That's big.
That's pretty good.
And we had a relationship with the nightclub. It was Blue,
I know.
It was Blue Martini.
Yeah, it's almost like getting kicked out of a WRMF event.
Yes.
At the other person's request.
Look, I go hard, y'all.
I know you do. Okay, so you're kicked out of one club. You're removed from VIP. Now, they were both in the same VIP, right?
They were in Mint in South Beach. This is so long ago, but the two of them were sitting on this big plush sofa. There's all these girls around dancing. I'm like, oh, I'm going to sneak in here and dance with these girls, and I'm going to catch the eye.
Hang up.
They won't be able to resist my white girl flat booty.
You thought you were going to be cast in their next hip-hop video?
Yes, I was sure.
Your drunk logic had all these grand plans of what was going to happen.
Yeah, because I thought I looked good.
Sure, of course. Oh, I'm sure you did.
I was like 12 vodkas in.
Do you have a strong number 3? And does Rob Schneider fit in that 3, or is that something where that's just a work issue? That wasn't something where you're on your own time hanging out. Bill Bellamy's getting kicked out of the club, and the Denzel is.
Yeah, Gloria Estefan was not appreciative of me.
What was this one? There have been so many. I'm not sure I remember the Gloria Estefan.
She was at her hotel in Vero, and they were doing in the restaurant in the hotel that she owns, they have it's not really a private room because there's this wall around it with all these slats, but you can see through the slats. Mm-hmm. There's a gap, then there's wall, then there's gap, then there's wall. Yeah. So I kind of shimmied myself in the gap part of it, and I was trying to get a picture of the back of her head because I thought it'd be funny. So I was figuring out where she was sitting at the table, and it was just her and her family though, and totally busted me trying to shimmy through the wall and get a picture.
Okay, and that was probably number 3 on your list.
Yeah, she kind of looked back like, what is the matter with you, you idiot?
All right, well, Virginia's advice, if you've been drinking, definitely approach a celebrity. That's the way to do it.
Entertainment updates 5 minutes after every hour from the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
I wonder how many businesses are having problems with people who are binge watching at work. I know of at least 3 people that I talk to on a good amount during the work day. I'm like, what are you doing? And half the time I talk to them, they're going, oh, I'm just watching Netflix. I'm like, wait, aren't you at work? Don't you have a job? Isn't something going on there that you need to be paying attention to?
What kind of job do they have?
It's nothing that's critical. Okay. It's something where they're probably supposed to be doing some paperwork. That kind of stuff that you don't want to do.
Are these people in your family?
No, I'm not saying anything. Not throwing any names out there. I don't get anybody in trouble. I'll just say they're friends and family.
Okay.
So you just got to figure out who it is. But, it's causing some problems. Did you see what happened in Coral Springs? There was a police dispatch supervisor that was watching Netflix, checking out a movie.
Uh-oh.
And she incorrectly logged a 911 call where apparently somebody had reported a shooting. And now she's gotten a 2-day suspension without pay for failing to supervise properly and watching Netflix on the job.
I get it. I mean, come on. Your work is important.
Oh, no, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, there's just some, like surgeons, dentists, people who are actually engaged in something.
If I go to the ice cream shop and the girl there is watching Netflix, I don't care so much. But anybody who's in charge, a first responder, no, you cannot be watching Netflix.
Well, I think what it is, if you're sitting there for a while and those kind of jobs would be tough because you go from a lot of inactivity, possibly, where you're sitting there doing nothing, and then all of a sudden you've got a massive emergency that you've got to deal with and properly. And it's unfortunate because it's at a really great spot at this movie you're watching on Netflix. You're like, oh, man, okay, I get it. Yeah, possible murder, but man, what's going on Netflix is really awesome right now. And so people aren't hitting pause and they're not doing their job. I'm wondering how many people have been suspended or fired because of Netflix, and has anybody else been having any problems? This is a story because this is a 911 dispatcher, and it was a call about a shooting, and they're like, yeah, we're just going to watch Netflix. And they're suspended because of it. I'm just kind of curious if there's anybody out there. Have you been suspended? Do you, as a job and a boss, have already laid out, be like, if I catch you watching Netflix, you're gone? Is this a legitimate problem, or is it just in the 911 world? You can get a hold of us, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show. Kris Jenner is 64 today. Got to say what up to Jackson, turning 10 years old. He always listens to the KVJ Show. So there you go. He's very happy Jbird was able to take off the cheerleader outfit, too. It'll be nice. Yeah, Jbird, for the first time, whenever he gets back in here, is going to be able to rock regular, normal clothes. By the way, Jbird, we'll try to get the whole story. Maybe we'll talk to him a little bit later on. He's sleeping right now. He didn't get in from Oregon until 2 a.m., and then he didn't get into his house until 4:30 a.m. We don't know why. Something happened there. For 2.5 hours, he was locked out of his place.
We're assuming the keys were lost.
It's probably a good chance of that, yeah.
I'm just judging by past behavior.
Yeah.
It's a pattern.
How he got in, yeah, we don't, that's all still a mystery. You can maybe, look at past episodes and figure out how, but maybe we'll talk to Jbird a little bit later and get to see him outside of that Dolphins uniform. Got to say what up to Elizabeth Minor, listening in Texas. That is from cousin Richard, Barbara, Michelle, Cherison, and all the doctors and staff. So there you go, listening via podcast. Also, got to say what up to Jameson. Happy 7th birthday from his mama, Sissy Jaden, Brian, Tootsie, and Hazel. That's from Janelle. Also, Andre's turning the big 1-0 from mom and dad, and happy 11th birthday to Kira from mom, dad, Cody, and Sean.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. So there you go. How's your voice doing today, Virginia?
It's hanging on, but it's not good.
Boy, we are just, I'm telling you, it's a tough day to get anything going on around here, huh?
And I'm sorry. If it sounds rough to listen to, I'm just really sorry.
You had Feast Little Italy. Jbird tried to conquer Mount Oregon. There's just a lot of things going on here.
Yeah, we need a break. We need to relax. I can't wait for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, well, unfortunately, Jbird's going to be very sad. He's going to miss a round of Think Fast. Yeah, so he's not going to be able to be a part of it. It's going to be a head-to-head battle. He's going to be missing out on his favorite game. Well, one of his favorite games.
All right, Denise, you're going down.
Yep. All right, you got to get ready to think here. Get your minds going. Virginia doesn't have her voice on. But you don't have to deal with very raucous Jbird in here today. He's not going to be screaming over you and intimidating you and scaring you and Think Fast.
Just make no mistake, he don't scare me.
He does seem to startle everybody,
He
though.
does startle everyone by yelling.
And he'll throw you off.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's see. In just a head-to-head battle here of who can think faster, it is Virginia versus producer Denny's.
All right.
You're going down.
Okay.
Denny's refuses to smack talk. He's such a sweetheart. He won't even do it.
Well, you would do it, but you're terrible at it.
I know.
And Denny's just doesn't have the heart in him. Yeah. That's just not in his nature to do any kind of smack talking. Yeah, it's just not working out here. Okay, what do you think here? Think fast. It might have been your first mode of transportation, and it starts with the letter M.
Motorcycle.
Moped. Motorbicycle? Are we going to accept that, Kevin?
Virginia say motorbike. Did you hear that, Suits?
Yeah,
Motorbicycle.
Motorbicycle.
Did that come all the way out? You're not feeling that, Suits? Are you giving it to Virginia? Denny's.
Yeah, it's a moped.
Okay.
moped,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Yeah, Suits in there said, no, give that one to producer Denny's.
I don't know what a motorbicycle is.
Actually, they do have them. In fact, I see a lot of people ride them. It's a bicycle that's got a motor on it, And it's weird. It's kind of like crazy dangerous. You think it's safe, and then all of a sudden it takes off at speeds that it shouldn't be going. And I was walking across the street. I'm like, that guy's just on a bicycle, barely going. So and I'm like, whoa, what is that thing?
So it is real.
It's a motor bicycle.
So she
So
get
should I
credit?
get the point?
I know. Yeah, I think maybe.
Is that the same as a moped?
No.
No, a moped is like a little. It's only motorized, but those motor bicycles will trick you. You think it's a bicycle, but it's got an engine on it.
It does, yeah. And you don't even know. Like, it sounds quiet, and then all of a sudden, it starts puttering around. And it really goes faster than it should. It's really not safe. I don't condone it. All right, let me see. We'll just we'll
That
call
was a
that
sloppy first point. That was a
It's
sloppy.
in starting off well.
It's confused everyone.
Yeah, that's what happens. Jbird's not here, and who would have known it's falling apart?
I can't believe I miss him.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Think fast. Virginia versus Denny's. Name something you will see in a courtroom that starts with the letter J.
Judge.
Oh, vicious V. Thinking quick here. Up 1-0.
Motor bicycle.
All right, what about this? Name something found in an art studio starting with the letter C.
Canvas.
Oh! Peace trade.
He is good.
Oh, dang. Okay, tied at 1 apiece here. Next up, name something you would find in a restaurant kitchen with the letter P.
Pasta.
Oh, I favor Virginia, no doubt. Okay, she swings back into the lead, 2-1 here. Man, look at this. Look at this round here. This is exciting. This is gripping. Two great competitors. All right. Name something you would find on a pirate ship with the letter T.
A pirate ship.
Pirate ship with the letter T.
Talking pirate. I mean, talking parrot.
What?
I
That's not good.
I can't think of anything.
Treasure.
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 Arr. That's what we go for. Treasure. Okay. Think fast. Name a feeling or an emotion that starts with the letter H.
Happy.
Oh, vicious V.
You're so
yeah.
fast.
Okay, Dennys, you got to get the
All
next
right,
2
all
to
right.
win, or you're done. Virginia up 3-1. Okay. Name something you would pack in a suitcase starting with the letter U.
Underwear.
Oh, jeez, you're so fast this morning.
Vicious V, look at you, girl.
I sound terrible, though.
You sound like
I sound like a pirate. I'm on the pirate ship. I'll just sit over here on this treasure.
underwear, yeah. Speaking of parrot, we got the Denny's or Animal coming up a little bit later.
Oh,
on
we
today.
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that game.
Okay, so that's some exciting stuff. We're going to get to that coming up here in just a little bit.
The kids love it.
They do.
All of Rocco's friends love it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Something that came up on the show yesterday. This is kind of a crazy story and a video that we posted up towards the end of the show. It was some chaos that happened at a wedding over the weekend in Boca.
Crazy chaos.
Yeah, it was kind of nuts. And when we got the backstory, this girl's getting married, and she had kind of an estranged father and 2 half-sisters in the picture. And this is what happens when you have a wedding, is that sometimes people's feelings get hurt if they, one, don't get an invitation, don't get the right seat, or don't get the right place in the wedding. And it sounded like there were some hurt feelings because the bride decided that since things weren't so awesome with her biological dad, that she would have her young son walk her down the aisle.
It's her choice. It's her day. She can do whatever she wants, and everybody just has to deal with it.
Right, and that was not accepted very well. That didn't go over very well. And so what had happened was the father shows up and the 2 half-sisters, and they are going to prove a point that this ain't right, what you're doing.
To our dad.
And they wind up taking a full glass of wine and throwing it on the bride's dress. And it sounds like it was before the ceremony, or at what point
It looks like it was at the reception.
At the reception.
Yeah, because it appears to be like a catering hall kind of situation.
Okay.
and you can see them like in the background, and they've got all the party favors that people take on their way out, like on this table. So it looks like the reception.
So they had to look at their surveillance footage.
Well, the reason they had to go get the surveillance footage is because the two mean sisters were going around telling everybody in the family that the bride threw red wine on her own dress and lied on them and was trying to be dramatic because she wanted attention.
Wow.
And the bride's like, that's not true. Now you're making me have to go get the surveillance footage from the venue, which thank God it captured. You can clearly see the two sisters, and you see the bride, like motioning for them, just get out of here, just leave, I don't want you here. The bride turns around to walk away and get away from them. She's trying to diffuse.
Right.
And the two nasty sisters kind of chase her, and one of them tosses the wine and splashes it all over her dress, and then walks through the hall and throws down her wine glass. The empty wine glass.
Just spikes it down, and they're like going to make their exit, and they're going to get away with it.
And then the other sister like knocks over all the party favors. I mean, these two girls, talk about making an exit.
Yeah. So the reason why I guess this is important, because some people were saying yesterday that this actually could be considered assault. I guess just throwing wine on somebody in that situation.
Know. Is it?
Well, we got one text that had come in, and when we were talking about this, somebody said that, it could be considered assault on the one sister and destruction of property for the other. Plus, they could be forced in a civil trial to pay for a new wedding. That was at least what one person had texted in and said.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the video's up on our Facebook page, and they actually responded back to us, Virginia, after seeing that.
The sisters?
I believe it's the husband. His name is Scott, and so I'll let you know exactly what he had to say, and I think we might be able to talk to him here coming up on the show.
Oh, I'm so into this.
Yes.
It happened right here in Boca.
Right, so...
Hey, this is the best video I've seen in months.
Yeah, and apparently there's some movement on this.
Oh,
what's going
Kevin,
on? So,
you're making me so happy.
Go check out the video on Facebook, and exactly what is the latest with it, I'll tell you coming up next. Well, if you're just tuning in here, we started off the show trying to figure out exactly where in the world was Jbird. He came in last night. He was supposed to be in at midnight from Oregon, and that was a big question if he's going to be able to join the show today. Virginia, you had said, no, I don't think he's going to be there, but I know my boy. Like, he doesn't sleep well anyway, and he never misses a show, like when he's in town.
I didn't think he was going to be here because his flight got in after midnight, and he was going to be drinking, and I didn't think it was going to happen.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I guess I got to reframe my thinking of my boy. I thought for sure he'd be in it because I know he hates missing the show, and I thought, okay, whatever he had, he would be here.
I think it was too much for him.
Okay.
When he landed at 2:30, something went wrong between 2:30 and 4:30 because he didn't get in his house until 4:30 a.m. We think he lost his keys.
I think it was 2 to 4:30. Oh. Yeah, it was 2.5 hours.
So that probably broke him and broke his spirit, and he's probably just a frazzled mess.
Yeah, so he was like, I'm drunk, I'm hungover, I'm tired, so.
I'm drunk and hungover at the same time.
Yeah, so, and I had a ton of stuff for Jbird today for the show, so I'm over here reshuffling and kind of. It's the chaos of doing this show, Virginia. You just never know what you're going to get.
I'm going to put all the stuff in the fridge.
Okay.
Some of the stuff.
Yeah, some of the stuff we're going to have to go on ahead and do without him. So, unfortunately, he's going to miss out on some of the fun we had today.
Oh.
So, yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to play that game.
Okay.
He missed Think Fast. He's going to have to miss that, too. But we did have some other things. In fact, right now, we're going to be doing, somebody suggested for what do you want to see us do? They want to see Dennys and Jbird do a blindfolded pillow fight. Which I'm like, well, yeah, actually, you know what? I kind of like to see that, too. So we were going to do that today.
I got the pillows.
Yeah, so we'll put that on for tomorrow. So you'll get that on tomorrow's show when Jbird gets back in here, whenever he gets back in here. Yesterday on the show, you had brought in something you found. You said you found on, like, what is it, like one of those blogs?
Yeah, I found it on a mommy, like, web, like a page on Facebook, like a mom site that I go to on Facebook. It's a little group of moms that share ideas and fun stuff, and I was like, whoa, what the hell is this? I rarely come across videos this good. I mean, this video is pretty amazing.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fact that it happens at a wedding and you spend all this money for a dress and all that stuff, and that, yeah, so the evil half-sisters, it's a Cinderella kind of story, come in and wreck it because she won't walk down the aisle with dad. She chooses her young son instead, so they take a glass of wine, throw it on the bride's dress. Then on the way out, they knock over some stuff on a table.
Red wine
Yeah.
on a white wedding dress. I mean, that is just next level evil.
Got a text says from a police officer said throwing wine on someone in the state of Florida is actually considered battery.
Okay.
Florida definition of battery in the state of Florida is any actual and intentional touching or striking of another person against the person's will, non-consensual. That is considered the battery.
Wine can strike you?
I guess so.
Interesting.
Yeah. Assault in this case is when someone throws something and it's at you with the intent to harm. Battery is when they physically hit you with their own body with the intent to cause harm. That's the difference in the two. And I think the big question is, okay, are charges going to be filed? Okay, so we talked about this yesterday. We posted up the video and then got a message from Scott. I believe he's the groom, and he is on here with us right now. Hello, Scott.
Hey, how you doing there, bud?
Good. All right, so the first question that we had is, are charges going to be filed in this case?
Yes, charges are being pursued, and the police are looking into all that can be done. There are two sides that we can hit from. It's the civil and the criminal side because it is a $4,000 dress and because of the fact, like you said, the wine. So both sides are being looked at to see whether we can hit with both charges or just one.
Wow. Okay. Now, let me get some of the backstory, make sure that we've got it completely right. Now, the sisters were claiming that, I guess your now wife had disrespected her dad by not running over to cater him and, be all over him. Is that kind of what had happened? And is that why they were upset?
Well, basically how it all spun out to be was that the son was going to walk her down the aisle because dad has been estranged for many years, popped back up because of a medical issue a year and a half ago, and then a year ago we were involved in a serious accident which almost killed my wife, broke her neck.
Oh my gosh.
And at that time was when he came down to try to be a knight in shining armor, but that was the only time he really started showing up.
Now, tell me about the relationship with your wife and the husband and the sisters. Do they see each other often? And if not, how long has it been since they really hung out?
Well, me and my wife have been together for 2.5 years. And in that time, I met the sisters 6 weeks ago at their grandfather's funeral. Now, the two sisters in the video did not meet each other until same day at the funeral. So the fact that they've clicked up and bonded, because they have two separate mothers as well.
Oh, my gosh. Okay,
Wow.
okay.
Hey, now. Okay. There's a lot of excitement that's going on in this story here, Virginia. Okay, so what had happened for the rest of the wedding after the sister ended? It looked like, was it a full glass of wine that she threw on the bride's dress?
Both sisters threw a full glass of wine. My mother actually witnessed them go to the bar and order these glasses before they went to confront my wife.
So they got red
And
wine?
they called her over. Yes.
They got red wine on purpose?
Yes.
To throw it at her.
And now she had two dresses because one during the reception was a smaller dress so she could actually move. And they actually hit that dress 20 minutes after she put it on.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. All right. Well, some fascinating stuff. So charges, you're looking into that part of it. They took off. What happened?
Charges will be filed.
Okay, charges will be filed. And what happened for the rest of the reception? How'd the rest of the day go after that?
Well, understandably so. My wife was upset for a little portion of time, but after me and a few family members talking with her, we managed to go back in and we danced and we took photo shoots with the photo booth that we had there, and we still left and had a sparkler send-off and a good night.
Okay.
Good. So you pulled it back around. Now, where are the sisters now? Where do they live?
They live up in Jersey.
So did they go back to Jersey, or are they still here in South Florida?
No, they came the day before the wedding, showed up at the
Wow.
at the brunch in PJ's, left, didn't show up for any other events, didn't even show up to the actual wedding ceremony, showed up at the reception.
Wow.
They were just coming into
was
wreck
there.
shop and they had a plan and they executed it and they just took off back to Jersey.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
And now the father was there at the wedding, and he didn't speak to his daughter at once. He didn't go up and see her prior
Okay.
He didn't say, hey, you look beautiful.
Wow.
Nothing.
Okay.
He didn't come to us after we were married, anything. He didn't speak 2 words to her at all that entire day.
Is your wife have any plans on, will she be speaking with her father again at any time in the near future?
No. They're forever estranged now. They will never speak again, I'm sure.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. It's a crazy story. Thank you so much for the update, Scott.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah,
Nice
and keep
story.
us posted, too, on those charges being filed. We definitely want to hear all the details.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll send in some messages.
Okay. All right. There you go. Crazy stuff.
Crazy story, but, thank goodness for that video.
Yeah.
Because the two sisters were telling everybody on their side of the family that the bride threw the red wine on her own dress to be dramatic and get attention.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for that video, maybe some of the people would have believed those two lying sisters.
Yeah, Scott had sent some nice photos of the rest of the reception. It looked like they had fun and they made it work, and that's
Good.
all good. Somebody said criminal mischief in Florida is a felony when damage is over $1,000. So apparently that is with the dress.
Yeah, the dress is super expensive. All those party favors that she just sweepingly knocked off the table with her arm.
Yeah. That's crazy stuff. All right, well, if you want to see the video, it is up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. You can go and check it out right now.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
If you just missed it, we just got an update a second ago from Scott. He is the groom that was in the story we were talking about late on the show yesterday. Bride in Boca. She is there. Her 2 estranged sisters, I guess you really know much about them. They flew in from Jersey. And they just had met recently, too, at a grandfather's funeral. The dad is there and feels like he's not getting the attention he deserves. And so his 2 daughters cause a scene. They grab some red wine from the bar and go throw it on the bride's dress, and all chaos ensues. And apparently charges are going to be filed. No, my goodness, Virginia.
It is dramatic.
So much drama. Yeah, I'd love to hear if there's anybody out there. Have you ever had a crime at a wedding you were at? I'd like to see how often people can say that, because, I mean, it sounds like by the cost of this, you're looking at a possible felony. You ever been to a wedding where a crime was committed?
And did they have it on video like this one? I mean, thank goodness they had the whole thing on video, so these 2 sisters will have to answer for what they did.
877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Somebody had texted in, too, said, yeah, the one sister can definitely be charged with assault. I know, because I once threw my cheeseburger meal at a car for cutting me off, and I got arrested 2 months later for assault.
Wow.
Seriously? So if you throw a meal at somebody, that is assault?
That's crazy.
I had no idea. To me, that's just like, okay, how many of us, I know I have, I've thrown something in anger.
Of course.
If I direct that at a person, that is assault? Even if it's something that's spongy and soft like a cheeseburger? That's assault, really? That's crazy.
It's good to know. So now, don't let your temper get away from you. If you're dealing with somebody who likes to get litigious and you hit them with food, they can hit you with assault charges.
You better take note, Virginia. I know you love to chuck stuff at people.
I do.
You're going to get up assault charges. And did you see all the videos that happened? They just brought back that Popeyes chicken sandwich on Sunday, and already chaos is erupting all over the place, including 1 dead.
I saw that.
It's nuts.
Somebody got stabbed to death over the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Over the Popeyes chicken sandwich in Maryland. A fight erupted, and somebody got stabbed in the melee.
What the
And they're dead today because Popeyes brought their chicken sandwich back.
This kind of, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't wish for anybody to lose a family member, but it makes the chicken sandwich seem all the more awesome.
Well, yeah, these
If people are losing their lives trying to get one.
It's insane. The hype, I've never seen anything. I mean, is it that amazing? And it begs you to ask the question, is this Popeye's chicken sandwich that absolutely amazing?
I don't know, but we've got to go get one.
Yeah.
I need one now.
We're all sheep. So we go stand in line, we get in fights, we risk our lives, all to get this dang Popeye's chicken sandwich. They had videos from all over the country. It wasn't just in Maryland where chaos was happening. They had some stuff here in Florida. They say at the Tallahassee Popeye's location, the staff, because they're stressed, because they're trying to deal with handing out the chicken sandwiches, and everybody's like out of their minds, and same with them. So the rush of people, they start losing it, and video shows 6 people in orange T-shirts spilling out of the location. They're pushing, shoving, fighting each other. So the Popeyes employees in Tallahassee start fighting because they can't deal with the stress from the chicken sandwich demands.
I mean, there's videos of Harlem, New York, where
Yeah.
there's screaming and yelling like all over the country.
It's insane.
Are they doing this on purpose?
I don't know how they're doing that. I don't know if this is, I mean, is this really this kind of chaos? Yeah, in Tallahassee, you've got 6 Popeyes chicken employees fighting in the parking lot, and customers are trying to break up their fight.
Of this chicken sandwich.
You're like, what
Again,
is going on?
I don't want anybody to get hurt, but this makes the chicken sandwich so much more desirable.
It does.
I need to have this thing in my mouth.
Because you've got to go, what is going on here?
What is making these people lose their minds like this?
Why is it so amazing? And it's just a matter of hype.
I'm going to get one today, Kevin. I have to get one now.
I know.
I got to go into Riviera Beach a little bit to pick up something, so I'm going to loop around and stop at the Popeyes right there on Blue Heron.
Yeah, somebody said, I tried it last night. It tastes identical to Bud's chicken sandwich minus the cheese and lettuce. And somebody else texted in and said Bud's is better. But you don't see people stabbing each other, and you don't see the employees at Bud's Chicken and Seafood fist fighting in the parking lot with people having to break it up.
Yeah, if you want a good chicken sandwich, maybe go to Bud's and save your own life.
That's crazy. I mean, is that what it's going to take to get the hype around the Bud's chicken sandwich?
No, Bud's. Bud's won't go out like that.
Oh, my gosh. That is crazy stuff.
Lawless parking lot.
It is. It is.
I'm afraid to go, but I'm going to go. I need to go. I need to see what the hell this
I know.
sandwich is about now.
Yeah.
You want me to get you one?
Honestly, I would try it.
Okay.
It's definitely not on my diet, but I would try it.
I think I have to get a few of them, right? Because if I sit in the line and I get up there, I'm not going to just get one.
Well, I think that's it. And what is the limit? If you go to buy them, I'm sure they're probably like saying, no, you can't go in there and get like 10.
Well, that was the problem in New York. So the guy was trying to order 10, and he was screaming at the staff because they were taking too long, and they were screaming at him because they were like, you ordered 10. Like,
yeah.
People are losing it.
That's crazy stuff. Well, there you go.
I'll get you one today.
Mm-hmm.
I must know.
Okay. Yeah, people also texting in stories about melees happening at weddings. There was one where apparently one of the employees at the place didn't want to stay for the wedding. They had something better to do, so they lit the whole place on fire.
What?
Yeah. As they're getting married, flames come up. They're like, I want to go home. Let's just burn this place down.
That's insane.
Yeah. Somebody else said I was at a wedding. Somebody brought a gun and started shooting at the guest. The cops came with helicopters. It was on the news.
Oh, my God. And you were there?
Yeah, somebody who texted in said that was mine.
Jeez.
That's some pretty cool stuff. All right, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. If you got anything you want to drop in on us, you can here at the KVJ show. People saying, what is going on with the bird? Yeah, he was coming back from Oregon, was supposed to land last night at midnight. His plane got a flat tire. He went back to the TGI Fridays to belly up to the bar. He got in at about 2 o'clock this morning. Something happened, though, and he did not get into his apartment until 4:30 in the morning. We don't know exactly what that was. So that is still a mystery, and he was just like, I am drunk on the borderline of hungover, and I haven't slept. So we're like, yeah, just get some sleep.
It's kind of weird that his plane had a flat tire, and you also yesterday had a flat tire.
I did, yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, came out my Jeep, just bam, flat tire, and I was stuck at home the entire day because I can't change a tire.
And those Jeep tires have to be so expensive.
It was a different level, yeah. It's a different level. Yeah.
It's upsetting.
Yeah, we're going to try to patch it, Virginia.
You can plug them.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, get that plug. I had a hole in my tire. I drove around with the plug for a good 8 months, and it was fine.
Okay.
Before I replaced it.
That's the plan. Yeah, you got the holidays coming up. You got no money for tires.
If I got tread on that tire, I am plugging it. I'm not buying a new one.
Yeah, you might see me biking to work. I don't know what's going on.
We can get you one of those motor bicycles.
Yeah, that's probably what it's going to be. This probably would have been a better story for Bird before he went on his plane. Did you see the new study has found that only a few of the major airlines in this country have water on board their planes that's safe to drink? They said that only 3 of the 11 major airlines in this country have water on board their planes that you should drink. Alaska Airlines, Allegiant, and Hawaiian. I don't think I've ever flown any of those 3.
So wait, what about the bottled water that they're walking around and serving you off
That's
of
fine.
the little cart?
That's fine.
Yeah,
But
I never would drink
yeah.
the water out of the sink in the plane.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Ugh.
Or coffee or tea. That's where it gets you, Virginia. See what I'm saying there?
But the coffee, don't they get it to a temperature where it kills everything?
Go ahead. If you need it, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
I'll get my coffee at the Starbucks in the terminal.
They say the airlines with the worst water are JetBlue and, of course, Spirit, which I'll be on in just a couple of weeks.
Are you flying Spirit up for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's basically just...
It's the chicken bus in the air.
They don't necessarily even have seats. You just find something on the plane you can tie yourself to, and then they take off. And that's how it works.
It's very affordable, though.
It is.
If you got to fly a whole family, Spirit...
Can't beat the deal.
You cannot beat the deal.
Yeah. I really wanted all the kids to fly Spirit. But I didn't think that was...
Mommy and Daddy are going to fly Delta. You guys fly Spirit.
You'll get there, we think. Just don't drink the water. And they say, too, washing your hands in the airplane bathroom, you got to use hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
I don't
So-
even use that sink.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, I almost felt like, okay, somebody's going to judge me if they don't hear running water. So I've done that before where, like, I turn the water on so they make it sound like I'm, washing my hands, and I use sanitizer.
That water freaks me out. And it's gray.
Yeah.
It's not clear.
No, it's not good stuff. Coming up here in a couple minutes, if you would like to go check out the Cirque du Soleil, it's Alegria by Cirque du Soleil, going to be playing the Big Top next to Hard Rock Stadium. Got a very challenging round of Denny's or Animal. All right, here we go. This is one of our more challenging games, Denny's or Animal, here today. If you love wildlife, nature, all that kind of great stuff, Virginia, this is the game for you here.
Oh, this is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Quickly becoming a KVJ classic.
Oh, yeah. So what we're going to be doing here is we are going to be playing an animal noise here. You just have to tell me if this is an animal, the real animal that is making the noise, or if this is producer Denny's that is making the noise.
Denny's.
Stephanie is on here from Lake Worth to play along. Hello, Stephanie.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Morning. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. I just want to call you out real quick about not knowing how to change a tire. You should really learn how to do that. We have YouTube.
Yeah, I will tell you honestly what it is. I can change a normal tire. I was talking about this earlier. I'm driving a Jeep right now, and it's a different kind of like, there's just a different kind of person's required to change this tire.
Complicated, right?
It was a different kind of bolt to get it here. It's a big old heavy tire. It was,
You have delicate hands,
I
too.
do.
Kevin's
Yeah.
hands haven't seen an honest day's work
No.
in their life. They're soft like a puppy belly.
Yeah, I'm not man enough for this. Hey, Denny's, do we have this game ready to go? I do not see it here.
Oh, Denny's, come on. This is your chance to shine.
We're all just, Virginia's voice is out. Jbird's completely out.
Denny's dialing it in.
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I had to change there. Okay, gotcha. All right, different spot. Okay, let's see here. Denny's or Animal is the name of this. We're going to start off with a fish.
Ooh.
We have an underwater microphone here, and we've stuck it down into the ocean, and we've got the sound of a fish. What do you think? Is this a real aquatic fish, or is this Denny's here, Stephanie?
Blub, 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 blub.
It's pretty obvious that's Denny's.
What do you think?
I don't know. That one's kind of hard.
Blub,
Denny's.
blub. Yeah, you're right.
Yay.
Oddly enough, yes, that was actually, it sounded great. I mean, that's how,
Blub.
sounds like you're under the ocean, doesn't it, Virginia?
It sounds like a mackerel.
Yeah, you just hear the fish right there.
Good job, Denny's.
Okay, next up, I believe we've got a buffalo. Maybe a stampeding buffalo. What do you think? Is this Denny's or Animal? Is this the real animal, or is this actually a buffalo here? Is that a buffalo fart? Well, excuse you. Excuse you. You do not want to be downwind of that.
He had his wings.
Oh my gosh.
This
That
sounds so bad. I could barely hear it right, but I'm going to say it's an animal.
yeah. That is a buffalo. I don't know which end is making that noise. But yeah, that is the real thing there. Very nice, Stephanie. Clearly, you are a wildlife enthusiast. You definitely know your animals. Okay, let's see.
Yes,
We've got one more here for you to make it a clean sweep. A lot better than last week. I think our person last week only got 1 out of 3, right, Virginia?
It was weird.
It was baffling. Yes, we had a challenging round of Denny's or Animal last week.
They must have had a bad phone.
Yeah. All right, here you go.
Maybe.
Final one for you, Stephanie, to say you got a perfect round at Denny's or Animal. This is a peacock. A peacock. These things, you ever seen these things? They actually walk around some neighborhoods here in South Florida, Virginia, and they get wily and crazy
and aggressive.
Aggressive.
They're mean, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
The pretty ones are the dudes. They're the male ones.
Really?
The female ones don't have as big of a fan in the back.
Okay.
That's the ones you got to watch out for. The male ones, they will come after you.
The male get nasty.
Yeah.
Not the lady peacocks, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
My friend got attacked.
Oh, maybe this is a peacock attack. I don't even know what we're going to have here. What do you think? Is this Denny's or Animal in this?
Ooh, ooh. 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 Ooh.
Okay. All right.
It's so good.
I'm going to go with Denny.
Yeah, I don't know. Man. That's challenging.
That's a pretty tough one, I think. I could be wrong. I mean,
you could be, but you're not. You got that correct. You got a clean sweep. That actually, believe it or not, that was Denny's making that peacock noise. So that is nothing but a fantastic round there. Stephanie, congratulations. Alegria by Cirque du Soleil. You're going to go when it opens up next month, okay?
sounds fantastic. I've always wanted to go.
Okay, very cool. You're going to go check it out. Yeah, these going to be a lot of fun there. Very nice. Coming up in a bit, we've got an in-studio challenge. I think Jbird's going to be very happy that he missed this today. Because, you know, we were talking about this yesterday on the show, and he kind of missed the planning. We're like, well, if you miss a show, then you never know what you're going to show up for. Can we do the chicken wing trivia today, Virginia?
We can, but who's doing it?
I think it's probably got to be you or Denny's, right?
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you guys might have to be in the mix.
I don't know if my vocal cords can take it.
Yeah, we're dealing with a very limping through show. I don't have a lot to work with here today.
We're not pretty.
Yeah, we're definitely not on full power today.
No.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll hold that off for another day. Save that for the bird. He'll be very happy to know that it could have happened without him. I'll put that on hold. So let me see. We've also got something else, a topic that is going on here. You can hit it up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. Have you ever hooked up with somebody that you now have to see all the time? That sometimes happens where, remember that one time, I believe Jbird had a cop neighbor?
Yes.
Yeah, and thought it'd be a good idea to maybe, they would hang out a little bit and things got a little bit awkward.
Just be really careful with a neighbor situation.
Yes.
Because if things go south, they're still your neighbor.
Yeah. So what happened with you? Did you ever have somebody you had to avoid like that? Maybe it happened at work. You can let us know. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show. Kenny G, he likes the Honda Classic, doesn't he?
I think he does,
remember
yeah.
the awkward videos on the local news,
Yes.
and they didn't know to cut away from him, and they put him up there, and he was up there at the Honda Classic for the opening this last year, and he's just playing. What does he play? What kind of horn is that? It's a saxophone, right? But it's not like a regular saxophone. It's got a special name, doesn't it?
Doesn't it look like a clarinet? I don't know what
It's like
what does he play?
It's like half saxophone. I don't even know what it is. It's like half sax, half clarinet. The Flugenhagen. I don't even know what they're going to call it. Got some probably bizarre name like that. And Kenny G is up there and he's playing along, and it's the lovely sultry sounds of Kenny G, but he just keeps going, and they don't know, like they should have probably like brought the audio down and then gone to commercial, but they were just like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to cut off the Kenny G.
Okay, he plays all of the saxophones, soprano, alto, and tenor, and then he also plays the flute.
Okay.
So he's really good at blowing.
How's he do with the Flugenhagen?
I don't know. I've never seen the Flugenhagen.
Okay. All right. We'll see how it goes. All right, which one of these is the best of our best 5 answers? Have you ever hooked up with somebody who you now have to see all the time? Okay, so tell me, and I think what this is for you, Virginia, is which one of these situations would you absolutely hate to be in the most? Okay, here are the top 5 answers that we got when we asked our audience. Have you ever hooked up with somebody who you now have to see all the time? One here, in no particular order. So tell me which situation you would hate to be in the most. One person texted in and said, I was hooking up with somebody who now works with my husband, so my husband has to see him all the time.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay.
And the husband knows.
Yeah. And so he's like, yeah, I know what you did with my wife. Or to my wife. Somebody else said, I had an affair with a coworker. We ended it mutually. It was very awkward to work not only with him, but a month later, his wife started working with us. Okay, so you have an affair with a coworker, and then after it ends awkwardly, his wife starts working with you, and now you got to see her too, as well as him.
Does the wife know?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'd like to know.
Ugh.
Yeah. Does it makes it worse if she knows, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, thought so. Okay, here we go. Number 3 response we got. I hooked up with my brother-in-law before he was my brother-in-law. Okay.
So bad. That's family.
That is family.
Family is always the worst.
Yeah, you hooked up with your brother-in-law. Okay, would that be number 1 for you right now?
Absolutely.
Okay. Somebody else said, back when I was single, I used to coach my son's Little League team, and I ended up hooking up with my teen mom. Let's just say things did not go well, and the rest of the season was terrible and awkward.
Most times, it does not go well.
No, well, I got to tell you, if you've ever been a part of any of these like travel sports, what happens is you go to a different town. Typically, I don't know what it is, but at least in Florida, they have all these competitions in like the smallest nothing to do towns. So, I remember being in like one of these, you're at like a motor lodge, and there's nothing to do. And so the parents dig into their coolers and start playing quarters or something like that. And so the kids are running around the hotel, maybe in the pool, whatever, doing all kinds of dangerous things, running with scissors, while the parents are hammered and hooking up with one another.
Oh, it's so good.
And the stories are absolutely amazing. So, yeah, this kind of stuff happens all the time in travel sports. There's so much great drama in it.
If you've got single mom there with single dad, they are hooking up.
Yeah, he's single dude. He's just, single dude, single dad, coaching the son's team. And I don't know if she was or not, but team mom, single dad coach. And finally had a one-night stand after meeting a girl through a friend at a bar. 10 years later, I walk into my new doctor's office, and it's her.
She's the doctor?
She's now my doctor. That's from Sean.
Oh, that's amazing.
Do you walk right out?
I don't know. How did it go? If it went,
It was a one-night stand.
You can always just fall on the sword like she did and say, I am so embarrassed right now.
Do you mention it, or do you just be like, just keep going about it like you don't know and she doesn't know and you do this weird dance?
If she acts like she knows, you have to say something.
You have to say something.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Which of those 5 do you think was the worst? Still the brother-in-law?
Still the brother-in-law.
Okay.
Definitely.
So
That's family. And now you're married
Yeah.
to his brother and you have to act normal.
Mm-hmm. Good, tough responses there. Coming up in a second, we got some more tough, awkward responses for you around better or worse, more or less. Jbird is out of the mix. Jbird is sleeping, got in way late last night. We don't know what happened about getting into his apartment, but he did not get to bed till 4:30 this morning. So hopefully he's getting some good sleep right now. We will hopefully see him tomorrow here on the show. And I'm just kind of curious about this because somebody had texted in just a second ago. And I don't know if you remember this, but they had said, please roll the call back of the audio of Jbird saying there was no way he wouldn't be here today. Do we know where that audio is?
No way.
Yes. There's no way. I know. And I believed him. I'm like, there's no way he's not going to be here today. So we'll see. So he's missing a lot of fun things that we had planned for him. So, well, maybe this is the best one that we got, actually. Have you ever hooked up with somebody who you now have to see all the time? Jim is on here from West Palm Beach. What happened with you, Jim?
So I was seeing this girl. We were having casual sex in high school off and off about 2-3 years. And then about 3-4 years after I graduated high school, she became my stepsister.
Oh, my.
Oh, my gosh.
That's fascinating.
Wow. Okay, so what happened in the conversations after that? How did you guys handle it? And did you ever once make out with your stepsister after she was your stepsister?
No. Absolutely not. Our parents still don't even know.
Wow, that's good stuff.
That is good.
Wow. And how long was it before your parents got married after you'd hooked up with this girl who became your stepsister?
Oh, God, we were both in college then.
Oh, okay. So it was years later. Gosh,
Yeah, like I said, it was about 3 or 4 years after, high school. That's when the last time we really saw each other.
wow. And do you still see your stepsister today?
Occasionally.
Okay.
At Christmas.
All right. Is it still awkward?
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah. Okay. I thought so. That's pretty good. Thank you, Jim. I'll hook you up something there like that. Hooked up with my future stepsister.
Surprise.
All right. Well, it's time for another round of better or worse, more or less. This is the game of self-perception where you reveal how you rate yourself against other members of the show. Now, one person on the show is going to be asked 5 questions to compare themselves against another specific member of the show. Okay, now we've got dice here, Virginia. Pretty much goes in order. I'm 1, 2 for you, 3 for the bird, 4 for Denny's, 5 for Suit. So if we obviously roll a 3 or a 6, we got to do it over again.
Got it.
Okay, so the first one is who's going to be answering the questions. It is a 2. That is you, Virginia.
Uh-oh.
And you're going to be answering them about how you compare to, I believe that's a 5. That's Suits.
Oh.
Okay. All right, I'll have Denny's switch up with Suits there, and we'll
Suits. Little sweet pea.
I know, right? Okay. So this is how you compare to Suits. Okay.
Of course, he has to come in here, so I have to face him.
Yeah. In fact, I'll have Suits sit right beside you.
I'm going to look you right in the eyes the whole time. It's not going to be awkward at all.
All right.
Okay, let's see how Virginia sizes herself up against Suits. You've got 5 questions here. Okay. The first question that I have is your general intelligence more or less than Suits, Virginia? What do you think? Basically, do you think if you had a just overall, do you think that you are smarter than Suits is?
Suits is no dummy. He's a smart kid. He figures stuff out, but he's young. I've got 20 years on you, right? How old are you?
I'm 23.
I'm 46.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have more life experience.
I think back to, I think I'm smarter than Suits just because I'm older. I've lived. I know what to do and what not to do.
Your wisdom.
Wisdom, age, time.
Okay. All right.
I think she's got more of like the street smarts and that kind of stuff than I do. I can see that,
In a math test, this guy's going to take me.
Yeah,
Okay.
that I've got.
I think if we put our SAT scores side by side, Suits is going to win. But in life, just because you haven't lived, you're a baby.
Okay. Do you think you would be better or worse at surviving in the wild than Suits? Could be out in the woods, could be on a deserted island. Who do you think has a better chance of actually surviving on their own?
Oh, sweet, tender Suits. Definitely me. I think I could last longer in the woods. I just think Suits is not built for the woods.
Do you agree with that, Suits?
I kind of think I'd be dead in a week, to be honest with you. I'm not. I don't think I have to agree with Virginia. I actually do.
He's softer than you, Kevin.
Yeah, I know.
He's so young.
And people are all over me because I can't even change a Jeep tire. Look how soft I am.
Look, that's why they have Tire Kingdom. Just go.
Roadside assistance.
Yeah.
Okay, if we were taking Vegas odds here today, do you think, Virginia, your odds are better or worse than Suits' to get fired from your job?
Ooh. Probably better because I'm way edgier than Suits. And, I'm an acquired taste. I think Suits really plays it well. He's friends with everybody. He's a hard-working kid. He comes in here and wants to get it done. Sometimes I can ruffle feathers.
You can?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't act surprised.
Wow.
When does that happen?
I know.
I feel like I just try to get through the day. I don't want to get anybody mad. Just get through it, get out of here, and keep everybody happy. So I do feel like if anybody's going to get into a screaming match in the hallway, it's not going to be me.
Well, you're not going to get fired for like rocking the boat. And then the ultimate question is, I mean, Virginia has 85 commercials that she does. So would they keep Virginia so that she can keep talking about her commercials and her products? Or because you got more value than Suits does on that, but you are that wild card, Virginia.
True.
So, yeah, monetarily you might have the advantage on Suits with that, but they may say, I don't care how much money she's bringing in on commercials.
I mean, I do have
one
one commercial every 3 months, so I mean, I don't want to brag.
Yes.
I was fired from a radio station for mouthing off, and I was on the morning show, and I was the top salesperson. So that just goes to show you, I can override the monetary benefits with my mouth.
Okay. All right.
It's that powerful.
Yeah, it's that good.
At the peak of your life versus Suits, do you think you will have more or less money than him over on your bank account and just liquid assets?
I think less. I think when Suits peaks, I don't think it's going to happen till maybe you're in your late 30s. I think late 30s, maybe 40s. I think there's going to be a trust fund involved. I think there's going to be a lot of different stuff that plays out. But yeah, Suits is going to be a very wealthy guy.
I hope so, because it's definitely not happening right now.
You picked radio.
Yeah, it's kind of my fault.
Okay, let's just talk about overall, just how good you are as a person. Virginia, would you say that your character overall is better or worse than Suits' character?
I mean, I don't know. Like, he's a sweet guy. Everybody likes him. I can't say the same for myself.
I think he's adorable. And he got a new cat. Everybody loves him with the new cat. Yes. You posted a photo up of the new cat?
I did. Looking for name suggestions. I put that on Instagram.
So we're not keeping JJ?
JoJo. I mean, it's a cute name. I'm not sure yet, though. I want to see if maybe I can find something a little better, but I don't really mind JoJo. It's kind of cute.
JoJo's cute.
So we got a photo of right now, the nameless cat. Let me show a photo of it here on Kvj Tv.
Aww.
You can see that Suits' new cat that you got on there.
The cat just seems happy to be there.
Oh yeah, the cat like rolls around and just hangs with me all day long when I get home.
Aww.
So it's nice to see how happy she is.
That's sweet.
Oh, it's a black and white cat?
Yes.
Somebody said, how about Count Catula?
It's kind of long.
Little long. It is.
Okay, Count Catula.
Doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Oreo?
Oreo I kind of like. I actually was thinking of that name beforehand. I do like that name.
Okay.
I think it's cute.
Panda?
I thought of that too, but then I'm like, I don't know. It seems weird to name my cat after Virginia's husband's
We have enough confusion on the show without that. Tuxedo. It's black and white. Looks like a tuxedo.
I got a girlfriend with a black and white cat named Tuxedo.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of goes.
Yeah.
Domino.
That's not bad either.
Okay. All right. And tofu. I don't know why.
It's okay.
Okay, so what do you think about the character issue? Virginia, is your character better or worse than Suits's?
I don't know, because I think more people like him generally, but I think I do more charitable stuff and efforts in the world to make it better.
That throws everybody off.
Yeah.
They're going, yes, I should be a terrible person, but I do charity.
You don't want to like me, but I do a lot of good for mankind, so I'm going to go with me.
Wow, okay.
I mean,
how do you feel about that, Suits?
I know she has the charity angle, and she does do a lot with little smiles, but
do you feel like Virginia just does that at the front to make up for all of her gross drunken behavior?
I feel like just on general character, I feel like I do have an edge. I do, just because I'm always that person. Even when people have wronged me, they come to me. I'm always there for people, and I know she's got the charity
so you don't
angle,
agree?
But I don't just on
Yeah,
that.
okay.
I feel like Virginia has too many moments, I guess you can say, outside of the charity.
I do have moments.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
well, there you go.
I don't know about that.
Little debate there.
Delusion is a fun place to live.
All right, there you go. You don't have to be right. It's just how you think and how you size yourself up. Now we know how Virginia sees herself against Suits. Another round coming up next week. Do you agree, disagree on any of those points that came up? You can definitely let us know. 877-979-WRMF.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Can't believe how many people are fascinated with and invested in exactly what we need to be naming Suits' cat.
Aww.
You got a new cat. It is a black and white cat. A lot of people suggesting things that are black and white: Domino, Oreo. Some people are saying there's no way that he should not be naming that cat Tux. You would have Suits and Tux.
Aww.
I don't know. The only thing about it is it doesn't feel like a girl cat name to me, you know? It seems more of like a boy cat name when I think about it.
Gotcha.
I do like it, though.
Yeah.
I kind of like somebody suggested Jade. I thought that was kind of a cute name.
Sounds like a stripper, Suits.
Well, I don't go to strip clubs very often, so.
I mean, I don't know. It sounds like it's a different kind of.
That's why I have you guys. You let me know this stuff.
Yeah, we've been in the strip club.
Time to, huh?
That's just what I think.
Too much.
Somebody say Ying, black and white. Looks like a yin to your yang.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Okay. Sunday. Looks like a hot fudge sundae, I guess. I don't know. Somebody said boots. You gotta name your cat Boots. You'd have Suits
and boots. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
Suits and boots.
Suits and boots.
I just love the picture of your mantle at Christmas time with the stockings hanging.
Yes.
Suits and boots.
Suits and boots.
Aww.
Oh, I don't know. That's kind of maybe jumped into a lead for me.
That's my new favorite.
Yeah, I've Denny's put down some of these favorites, the ones that you like, and then maybe you can get from the suggestions where people are going with their favorites. I give you, some advice. Be like, okay, well, the people love this. It's ultimately, of course, what you like their Suits. But yeah, people, like I said, the comments are crazy, Virginia. All the texts we're getting, people are very invested in naming Suits as cats.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can come up with something better than boots.
Yeah. Checkers. Somebody likes checkers.
Checkers.
Yeah, checkers are red and black typically, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think maybe like checkered flag, maybe black and white.
Oh, checkered flag, like from NASCAR.
Yeah, but the only thing is you don't want to, like, have you ever done that where you think you come up with a clever name and then you say it and you got to kind of explain it because people are like going, I thought checkers were black and red. And you're like, well, no, like a checkered flag. And then they go, oh.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay.
It's confusing.
I can tell I completely lost them and they do not appreciate my cat's name. I think my favorite right now is Boots. I mean, Virginia, come on.
Boots and Suits is my favorite.
Suits and Boots.
I mean, points for the rhyming for sure.
I mean, that's just amazing how that goes together. That'd be my thought. So, all right, well, there you go. A couple things to check out here. One, more and more people are talking about this. Doing the 4-day work week. And the more that they do little tests on it, Virginia, it comes back massively successful. They just did this at the Microsoft in Japan last August. They just want to test, see what would happen. Because it's all about productivity.
Sure.
There's a couple things you care about. Number one, they care about productivity because that's going to be, how much money they're going to be able to make. And then two, you would like to have workers who are happy to be there. Their productivity when they went to a 4-day work week instead of 5 went up 40%.
Wow.
So people were working less but getting more work done. And I think typically what you do, it's maybe not even less. It's just when I've heard you go from 5 8-hour days to 4 10-hour days. And people seem to prefer that because you've got that 3-day weekend where you can just kind of like chill and do whatever. You seem to get more out of life when you've got that third day.
That third day is a cushion.
Yeah, work kind of breaks it up.
Yes.
And for a lot of us, I mean, wouldn't you rather have more time where you could kind of like be on a trip or go somewhere and do something awesome than you're at home and you got that, you ever had that like weird hour or 90 minutes where you're like, I really don't have time to watch a movie. There's really nothing I can do. Wouldn't you rather just push that all together into one big package?
I would much rather have 3 days on the weekend.
I think so too. And they say this is part of the problem. Over a third of Americans deal with job burnout every single week. They found that 36% dealt with feelings of on-the-job burnout every single week, and 56% say they get burnout on the job at least once a month. 12% say that they have never felt burnout. That's it, only 12%. The rest of us are like going on burnout.
Those 12% can kiss our butt.
Yeah, so that's it. So is America going to start moving to doing something along those lines? That'd be pretty sweet if they did.
It'd be fascinating to see how we can apply it. But America usually doesn't do what the rest of the world does. Like, other countries take a lot more, like they give moms maternity leave. It's paid. It's like, it's required in most other countries.
Really?
To give moms weeks and weeks of paid maternity leave. And we don't have that here.
Yeah, America always does seem to be last. So they got to do it for like a decade or two, and then it works great everywhere else, and we catch up. Wait, I thought we used to lead the world in everything. Weren't we the place for innovation and the rest of the world followed us?
I don't think anymore.
We come up with a car, they do a car. We come up with a plane, they do a plane. We come up with a TV, they do the TV.
I think they're out innovating us by far.
What are we doing wrong, Virginia? What's going on here?
Everything.
Yeah, and now listen to this. The Russians are even ahead of us when it comes to making robot clones of real people. I will probably be replaced in a year. This will be the one thing that we actually pick up quickly. I'll be out of here in 6 weeks. They say the robots can look like anyone, and they have an artificial intelligence system that allows them to talk.
Wow, that's scary, though.
Now, they can't walk. It's just like their faces, necks, and torso. So have you ever seen that robot that's sitting on the desk? But it just sits there. I mean, for me, I actually look just like, look at me right now on KVJ TV. It is only from like my stomach up. I might be a robot.
You might be the prototype.
I might be this Russian robot. Yeah, if you want one, though, they cost about $50,000. So that's the only thing. You got to be cheaper than the robot that's going to replace you.
You could probably put those robots doing a bunch of stuff.
It'd be amazing, right? Yeah.
Taking fast food orders.
Mm-hmm. That's what they're saying that might actually happen. So who knows where we're going to wind up. Okay. Going to play a round of doctor here. I'm going to give you the symptoms like you might see online, and you got to tell me, or at least try to tell me what the diagnosis is. I'll have Denny's jump in here. I'll give you guys the first crack at it, and then we'll see if anybody else can figure it out here.
Okay.
Okay. Because I know sometimes you check this because you're like a hypochondriac, Virginia.
I do like to figure out what's wrong, but that being said, you can't depend on these websites. You really, really can't. You got to go get a real diagnosis.
I'll give you each a couple guesses here, see if you can get this right. Okay. You're the doctor. I come into you and I tell you this. Hey, Doc, if I pull my shirt up, you can see these red patches of skin. They're covered with this thick, silvery scales on them. It's like all dry and it's cracked and it itches to the point of burning. It's so painful. It's actually quite heartbreaking, really.
Oh, you got shingles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shingles. Yeah, without doubt, shingles.
I think so.
What do you think it is, Dennys?
Ooh, I think my friend had this once, but I can't remember the name of it, so I'm going to do my best. I think it was called, like, Ambrosia or Ambrosia.
Impetigo?
Ambrosia? That was a...
This is something like
that. Was a band from the 70s.
It's something like... It's also the fruit of the gods.
Feel for you, baby. I'd say Ambrosia.
Frammy Ambrosia or something like that. I'm going to go with that. Frammy Ambrosia.
Okay. Amazingly, you are both wrong.
Oh, jeez.
What I have is psoriasis.
Psoriasis.
I can't believe what am I thinking of?
Okay. Let's see here.
Off to a good start.
What are you?
I did like the walk down memory lane with Ambrosia, though.
There you go.
That song was my cut.
Well, Ambrosia, sing along on the After the Show podcast, maybe?
Oh, the bird's going to be so mad to miss it. He loves
he's
Ambrosia.
Let's just do everything he loves to do without him today. Let's put together a list. What are we going to do in the After the Show podcast today?
Let's get breakfast.
I know we already played Think Fast. Let's get breakfast.
Oh, Kevin's going to get the biggest stack of pancakes.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to throw the diet out the window. Fat Kev is going to come out.
He had cake.
Oh, yeah, fudge cake, ice cream, one day only, just for 30 minutes.
He'd
We're going
lose
to do
his
all
mind.
this. Okay, all right, one more here. Play doctor. Let's see if you guys can get this right. Okay. The doctor says I've got a hot sack that's become inflamed. Now, this swollen sack has caused the nearby area to become tender to the touch and difficult to move. Although my swollen sack is in my buttocks area, these inflamed sacs can appear anywhere close to a joint. What do I have? I have inflamed sacs. Now, mine particularly are close to my buttocks, but they can appear anywhere that's close to a joint at my body. Don't think of a different kind of joint, Denny's.
People don't have, like, anal glands like a dog, do they?
I think so.
They do?
I don't know if we use it for scent, but... So, yeah, I thought when you were saying sack initially, I thought it was some sort of testicles thing, but now I don't.
No. It's a different kind of sack. What do I have here? It's a sack that's become inflamed, and it's caused the nearby area to become tender to the touch and difficult to move. It's in my buttocks, but these inflamed sacks can appear anywhere close to a joint. Do you know?
I think you have sciatica.
Sciatica.
Oh, that's a good one.
That sounds like a winner right there, Virginia.
Yeah, I think you got the sciat.
What do you think I got, Denny's?
I think you got Himble Bum Bimble. I can't think of any.
I think you're making up words.
Himble Bum Bimble, man. You might have that.
No, I do not have that. All right, if anybody actually knows what I do have, you can give me the correct diagnosis. I'll give you tickets to Third Eye Blind. And somebody was texting in, Denny's, they thought that what you meant was maybe rosacea.
Yes, that's it.
Yes.
Wrong flower.
Rosacea.
Yes,
is,
my
what
buddy
you're
had
looking
that.
for.
He would turn very flush all the time. His face would turn red.
Okay. All right, what do I have? Actually, we'll find out here in a second for Third Eye Blind tickets.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, we got people just acting insane here today, Virginia. I know you might find that shocking. It is the whacked out news after all.
They're always crazy in it.
But it's not crazy to assume that people are going to be crazy. But sometimes who's being crazy is sometimes what gets you. And it's kind of odd when you root for a certain football team to then have a player on that football team threaten your life. That's kind of crazy, right?
You don't expect that.
You don't expect that, but that's exactly what happened. If things aren't already bizarre enough when Cleveland with the Browns.
Talk about getting personal, though. I mean, now a player wants to hurt you?
Yeah, well, apparently this a Browns player, Jermaine Whitehead, he was getting heckled by the fans. And on social media, they were questioning his effort. And so he just had enough. The Browns lost. They're having a disappointing season, Virginia. He's in the locker room. He's reading all these tweets about how he didn't give any effort, and he just lost his marbles and started rage tweeting.
Oh, no.
He started throwing out racial slurs just like they were handing them out like candy at Halloween.
Oh, no.
He was threatening to kill some of the Browns fans that were out there. 15 minutes later, he gets his own account suspended.
Oh, no.
And now the Browns have said, yeah, we're probably better off without you. And they have fired him. So he is gone. So.
That's a mess.
Yes. Bird is here.
Hi, I made it.
What's up? You know,
a little late.
All I had to do is talk about how we were going to get breakfast, and he shows up.
Did you hear what Kevin said?
No, I haven't even. I woke up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so late. I just got right in the truck and drove over. I didn't mean to be this late. I thought I was looking at back like an hour nap.
It's good. You look well rested.
Oh, I don't.
No?
I slept on my face.
Yeah.
I'm so overdue for sleep.
Yes. Well, at least you're here. You made it back safely.
I miss y'all.
We miss you too. We're glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too. I don't like being gone too long.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're never getting rid of me.
How was the wedding ceremony and all that? It was good?
Well, let me catch this all up. Let me get through this. I know Virginia's going to take us in a 10-minute discussion.
I'm not trying to derail your whacked out news.
Well, let's screw it. Yeah.
No. You can't. I'll get emails. Oh,
Okay.
Jbird ruined the whacked out news again.
Let me get through this quickly. I know we got a lot to talk about Jbird. One thing at a time. We'll get to all the stories coming up here in a minute.
All right. I guess I'll have to wait.
Yeah, I know. Another crazy story, guy in Pennsylvania. He was just having a good old time, dancing drunk in the middle of a street. It was all good. I mean, I guess it's kind of harmless except for the naked part. Apparently, he then started pulling on the doors of several businesses, and that's where like, okay, we got to go check on this guy. So he then goes into a gas station. That's where the police catch up with him. And apparently, this time he was no longer friendly either because as they tried to handcuff him, he headbutted one of the cops.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so yeah, you're going to get in trouble for that. That's not fun. That's not going to go very well. Well, here's a guy that was on vacation in Australia. Apparently didn't talk to Charlie Sheen to live by his motto about hookers because when he ordered one this weekend, she didn't match the description. And he's like going, get out of here. Just go. She wouldn't leave. So he intentionally set off the sprinkler system and flooded an entire floor of the apartment trying to get her out because she wouldn't go.
At his own place?
Yeah. He was hit with a $1,500 fine. And, of course, the whole thing about hookers is I thought you don't you pay them so they leave.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was, too.
She kind of broke hooker code.
Sometimes, though, people pay for hookers because they're lonely and they want the companionship and they don't want them to leave. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, he wanted her to leave in this count. She wouldn't. So I thought that was the one thing about hookers. You can rely on a hooker to leave, but this one did not. Apparently, I guess she wanted a job and wanted to make the money.
Yeah,
first.
I mean, he was telling her, I don't want what you're selling. So she drove all the way out there.
It's kind of insulting, right? I mean, hookers have feelings too, right?
You at least should give her gas money.
Come on.
She's a sex artist.
Yeah. And hookers are people too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a woman in Fort Myers that has 30 days to get rid of her emotional support chickens.
Oh, man. There were so many emotional support animals. I have a story about one when we get off of this story. Oh, my gosh. Some woman had a damn... We'll talk.
Yeah, they say that she's got 4 Rhode Island Reds, and the neighborhood is not zoned for farm animals. Her attorney has filed a federal lawsuit against the county seeking a temporary restraining order, arguing that the county is violating her federal fair housing practices.
Those Rhode Island Reds, those are beautiful chickens.
They are, oh yeah.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Almost as nice as Silkies. There was a man who was arrested after a package was delivered from Belize to a Naples, Florida home. Now, he had a lot of good stuff in there. Some souvenirs. He had a bottle of hot sauce, seasoning, 3 plastic bags. He had this delicious red paste-like substance. The only problem was it was draping 40 grams of cocaine.
Oh.
Apparently, you just... who would have known? Because I tried to order some blow off Amazon myself, and they don't just mail that to you.
I know you're kidding, but there's definitely people who've tried to get blow off of Amazon before.
Where's the service? There's a high school teacher in North Carolina that was arrested for having sex with a student. She was a female, he was a male. A lot of times, like going, yeah, all right, it's us guys. We'd go racing to see, okay, what's his photo like? And she's usually like 23 and kind of hot. And you're like, oh, man, lucky guy. When I went racing to the photo on this one, I realized, oh, okay, she's actually 63.
Oh, mama
girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you get knuckle bump from your friends on that one.
You really don't.
Yeah, that one is like, you did what? To who?
Dude.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you get a dude, not a knuckle bump. 11-year-old girl in Zimbabwe jumped in when her 9-year-old friend was being attacked by a crocodile and saved her friend's life by gouging the crocodile's eyes.
What a hero.
You have to give that friend pizza every single Monday. At minimum, you have to give them something every Monday for free.
My goodness, these kids in Zimbabwe, look how they're raising. My 11-year-old's not going to do that.
That's amazing.
I don't think my 11-year-old would save me from a stuffed alligator. I mean, come on.
Our kids are pretty soft.
Oh, my goodness.
They might throw an alligator at you.
Yes. There's a 5-year-old kid in Arizona that's abusing the system, called 911 because she wanted a Happy Meal. And I don't know, it's cute, and the cops need a good story, but they did actually deliver the Happy Meal to her. So she's like, cool, all right.
All right, reward bad behavior.
Yes.
I love it. Cool.
They're like, oh, isn't that cute? Isn't that great? Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
but
you're spoiled and you're not getting your own way. Here's a Happy Meal.
yeah, just wait till she gets a pizza this Friday. There's a guy who was posing as a police officer who helped with the police chase in North Carolina last month. Cops were thankful that they were able to catch the criminal, but still, you can't pose as a police officer to help them out. He still got arrested for impersonating an officer. And finally, did you hear about the college student in Minnesota had a little side hustle going on? He was driving to a Krispy Kreme 4 hours away in Iowa and bringing back the donuts and selling them on the black market there. Well, apparently there aren't any Krispy Kremes in Minnesota, and when they got wind of his little side hustle, they shut him down.
Aw.
That's too bad, huh?
He's a fan.
I mean, why can't you sell? I mean, really, there's a regulation about selling bootleg donuts?
I wouldn't think they would care.
Yeah.
They're still making the money. He's buying them. He's just reselling them.
Oh, donuts sound good, don't they?
Oh, yeah. All right, I'll let you have a crack at this here, Jbird. Play doctor for me. I'll give you the symptoms. You tell me what the diagnosis is. I've got this hot sack that's become inflamed. It's actually tender. It's very difficult to move as well, and it's very swollen and painful. It's in my buttocks area. Now, inflamed sacks can't appear anywhere close to a joint, but mine's in my buttocks.
So what's going on? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be the doctor and so alarmed and confused. But
Well,
what
this is
the
not
hell's
good when your
going
doctor's
on?
alarmed. When your doctor says, wait, what the hell's going on? Be like, I don't know.
I don't know if I can help you, son.
Not a good way to respond. What do I have going on here? You play doctor. You tell me exactly what I've got. It's a hot sack that's become inflamed. It's tender to the touch. It's difficult to move, and it's in my buttocks area. Susie is on here from West Palm Beach. Susie, what is it that I actually have?
Hey guys, is it bursitis?
It is bursitis. Yes.
I had bursitis back in the day.
Wow.
Tendinitis and bursitis.
Yeah. Did you have it in your buttocks?
I did not, thank God.
Well, you can get it there, just to let you know.
Good news, it's not too late.
Yes. Got something to look forward to. Susie, congratulations. We're going to hook you up with tickets. Check out Third Eye Blind at Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek on November 17th, okay?
Oh, awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right. You're very welcome. Well, Jbird is now here in the studio. We got lots of stuff to find out from him about the animals on the plane, what happened with his big adventure coming in.
It's really nice to be home. It's so good to be welcome back. Just checking the chat room. W Caliber in the chat room says Jbird is the worst part of the show. I gotta tell you, it feels good to be back, baby. It feels good to be back.
The love already, baby. We already got enough for the hate song this week. It only took 2 minutes.
Don't list.
Yeah.
Don't list.
I love it.
yeah.
I agree.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
I figured this was going to happen. In the Whacked Out News, I had the story about the kid that was driving from, Minnesota to Iowa to get a Krispy Kreme donuts. He had a Facebook page. He would take orders. He would, had a little side hustle here. He was selling the box of donuts, like a dozen, for $17 to $20. And he'd get like $100 worth of donuts at a time. And he was, making a good little bit of profit. He's almost doubling the profit because usually a retail box is $8 to $10, so he was almost doubling it. And then I guess Krispy Kreme caught wind of it, and then he had to post up a video that they've shut down operations. I'm not able to do this anymore. They're getting me for all kinds of stuff. And apparently Krispy Kreme's like going, wait a minute, this actually could work out in our favor. We're going to look like a bunch of heels if we shut down this kid's side hustle.
Good.
Yes.
They got some sense.
Yes. So they have now turned around and done a 180, and Krispy Kreme has now issued a statement confirming that they're going to be helping this kid out with his business.
Because they know they're going to get better stories with that than scolding the kid.
Yeah, I'd be like, we're going to shut that down. That's not cool. Yeah, so they, are probably going to use this to parlay. They haven't had a Krispy Kreme in Minnesota for 11 years, so, he might be able to jump in and have this all happen now. So expect not only for them to help him possibly with a car, gas, things like that, maybe even college tuition or things that might be coming his way from Krispy Kreme now. All the power of social media and going viral today.
Well, he needs a car eventually.
Yeah. Yes. So there you go. All righty. So an update on that story. I'm glad it's turning out well. Well played, Krispy Kreme. Jbird, we didn't know if he was going to be joining us today or exactly when. He was supposed to get in at midnight last night from his big adventure to Oregon. A lot of exciting stuff. First things first, you're out of the Miami Dolphins cheerleader uniform. That's exciting stuff. We saw the video and played that audio of you getting out of that.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Oh.
You had to just be like, thank you, God. Finally, I win one.
I was gonna wear it at the wedding. It had already been discussed. And thank God that I didn't have to deal with it.
It worked out so perfect.
I don't know if you saw the picture of it on top of my suit or kind of underneath my suit. I don't think it looked that bad, to be quite honest with you.
It was doable, yeah.
It was doable.
Yeah, you were still doing everything right, and it wasn't so obtrusive.
But thank goodness. Thank goodness we can put that one in the filing cabinet.
Yeah, that is all gone. Where is the uniform now?
I thought I had it in my bag. I guess I took it out.
Did it make the trip back?
Yeah, it's at my house.
Okay.
It's at my house. We're going to burn it or do something with it.
Okay.
I think we should frame it and sell it for little smiles. I'm sure somebody would buy it.
Yeah, we'll raise $10 for the kids. That'd be nice.
No.
Who's going to buy that thing?
I think somebody would buy it.
All right, I'll tell one of my relatives to get involved.
Yeah. Hey, you got to buy this.
It's for charity. You got to do it.
It's got to look good. Otherwise, it's only going to go for $10.
I'll buy it and I'll hang it in the studio.
Talk about home cooking.
Yeah. It just reminds you of your lack of popularity.
Yeah,
it's like a trophy, too.
It's almost like that time when I did that bachelor auction when we only got $10. Remember? It was on my birthday.
There's going to be a constant reminder that you're tried to sell this. It didn't sell. And now it's going to hang in the studio for you to always remember your failure.
It's a great idea, Virginia.
Yeah. So you took that off in Oregon. We saw the video blogs. We did that. If anybody wants to catch up with your adventures there in Oregon, you can just go to the KVJ show
The ceremony
YouTube channel and watch
lovely.
Yeah, it was great. Honestly, even with the Dolphins outfit on, we had such a fun time as a family. Whole family was cool about it. We went shopping together. They loved it. So did Oregon. Oregon really embraced the Dolphins cheerleading outfit, and I didn't realize how many Dolphin fans are out there.
Okay.
When I say a lot, like 4 people are like, Dolphins, I love them.
Yeah.
That's 4 more than I thought I'd get out in the West Coast.
People root for an underdog.
They do.
Yeah, and you know what? It's especially in Oregon. I mean, what are your thoughts of Miami? You're thinking, oh, it's just tropical and beaches and gorgeous, and everything's sexy about Miami.
They like an underdog, and I also think they saw a man on the verge of breaking.
Yeah, you look like you needed to pick me up.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So then last night you're supposed to land here in South Florida. We had thought, okay, maybe we'll see him early. He'll, be able to bag, a good 4-hour nap, something like that, come in. And there were some issues. You had a tire that went flat on your plane. They took you off the plane. You went back to the Fridays bar, and then you got in at about like 2 or 2:30, and then you didn't get into your place till 4:30. You said in your text.
Yeah, it might have been earlier that I didn't get under and settle till about 4:30, to where I was starting to work on viral audio, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I fell asleep with my laptop on me.
Oh, gotcha.
But it was.
Did you have any problems getting into your place or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Not so much.
All right.
The thing that was weird was I was the last person on the very last seat on this last plane, and as soon as I sat down, this guy gets on the microphone and goes, "Yeah," and really not that awesome. Letting people know that you have another hour and a half at the airport. He's like, yeah, we have a flat tire, could take 45 minutes. That's the earliest. And you hear the whole plane go, you son of a... Like everyone's There's one woman back there. She's like, this is horse H. This is horse H. She was so mad.
Horse H.
Horse S. Sorry.
Horse hair?
Horse
You
S.
can say hair.
Horse S.
Okay.
I'm really running on fumes, my man.
Okay. All right.
Horse
that
S is what I meant. What are you going to say, Virginia?
Well, I mean, you can't control a flat tire on a plane. Like, why are you yelling at the people on the plane?
People were over it. It was already delayed already, and just people didn't want to travel anymore, and I get it. I get it.
But I mean, you can't yell at the poor people that work there. It's
not
their fault.
You know how it is. It's like when somebody yells at someone about a sandwich.
Yeah.
They get mad.
You said there was a service animal all over all these flights?
Oh, my gosh. There was this one puppy. This one girl had a puppy, and I had fries in one of my bags, and this thing was trying to bite my back the whole time, trying to jump on me. This is the second time in a month where some unruly dog was just trying to have its way with me and my stuff.
Yeah?
It's like, control your animal, please.
All over the place, huh?
Yeah, there's still a lot of animals I was noticing at the airport.
Yeah. So becoming a real issue.
Yeah. It's just so nice to be back.
Yeah, you're back, baby.
So nice to see your guys' faces.
Oh,
hear
yeah.
Virginia's beautiful voice.
Yes. She was rough yesterday. She's still rough today. Go figure. She blew it out this weekend.
I couldn't tell when I was talking to her yesterday on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, Mama went hard this weekend.
So did this mama.
I had to pick up the slack. It was the Italian festival, and the official Italian on the show was out of town.
Well,
so.
I hope you saved some, and I know you have, because me and Mama are doing it again this weekend. Now it's Bigfoot's turn for Wedding Love.
Oh, yes.
It's the bachelor party, though.
The bachelor/bachelorette party. So it's all the guys and all the girls together.
Wow.
And it's going to get weird.
At a party house in Orlando.
Okay.
Are we traveling together?
I think so, but I'm leaving. Y'all got to find your own way back.
I know Panda's so happy. I mean, Panda's sad about this.
I'm happy, too.
So Virginia's voice on Monday is going to be not great?
I don't know, Kev. I'm going to go get it looked at this week. I want to make sure I'm not, doing permanent damage.
Oh, you definitely are.
What if the doctor said, look, the only way that it's going to heal is if you're doing too much dirt. You got to cut down one of those.
Yeah.
Cut it down to at least 5 times a day.
I'd be like, what did the bird pay you?
And somebody said, yeah, I guess on the story, Krispy Kreme also donated 500 dozen donuts to that college student. So
wow,
make all that money on his side hustle.
We get it, Krispy Kreme. You feel bad about your decision. Now you're trying to make it right.
Yeah, there you go. All righty. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, we might have some possible drama between golfers here in South Florida. We've had it before, but these are two big names. One of them you know, it's Tiger Woods, who possibly has beef with him and why. You'll find out next.
Your decision-making skills are on point. You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Got some good golf drama that has happened here in South Florida. A lot of it's involved Tiger Woods. I remember there was something before with he and another golfer and that golfer's wife and stuff like that. There's just all kinds of like little rumblings going around.
There was accusations and rumors.
Yes. So if you want a good juicy story, we got some of the biggest golfers on planet Earth right here in South Florida. They're here, and the stories that I'm sure they have are amazing. In fact, I was looking at this survey they'd done, golf.com, with pro golfers. These are guys who are actually on the PGA Tour. They're not just knuckleheads who go out there and whack it around on the weekend. 41% of pro golfers, according to golf.com, have had sexual relations on the course. On the course. 41% of professional golfers. That's almost half of all professional golfers. There's no way Tiger Woods has not at least one time gotten busy on a golf course somewhere.
Oh, in his entire life? Yes.
I bet you can't count on both hands the times.
I wonder if he has gotten busy more or played in more tournaments.
In 08 or whenever he went through that run, it was definitely the women more than the tournaments.
I wonder he's just like he just won another tournament. He's up there tied with Sam Snead. Now I can't remember, it was like 70 or 80 somewhere around there or whatever that number was. So I wonder what is more, how many tournaments he's won or how many times Tiger Woods has gotten busy on a golf course.
I want to know how many times Snead got busy back in the day.
Oh, Snead was
just
slaying
it.
I got the need for Snead. That's what the ladies used to say in the day. Yeah.
I wonder how many athletes do that in general. Do you know, if you play for the Braves, do you try to go back to the stadium at some point?
Sure, like you're in the bullpen, you're in the dugout, something like that. You've got access because I'm sure you could probably get into the stadium and you take some cleat chaser and you're like, hey, you want to take a little tour of, yeah.
We've all done it on a ball field, right?
Ball field.
We'll take any ball field.
Yeah.
Kickball, t-ball.
We'll take a field.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's fun. There's something about it. I don't know what it is. A lot of people often find themselves there. The survey was given to 52 PGA Tour players, which means 21 of them have had sex at the links. So it's a pretty sizable number. So I'm sure all over South Florida, all these golf courses, people are getting busy on a regular basis.
In the prime of the Kevin Ralston, did anything ever happen at the radio station, your own field?
Yeah. I was always, especially in the younger days, hot flamethrowing night jock.
All right.
Oh, yeah. That used to be my plan. I'd take all the ladies by, watch me do some radio.
I would love to see that.
Hot
Let me
rock
give you
sound
a
and
tour.
DJ.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
This is my kingdom, ladies.
All the time.
Ladies, I weigh 110 pounds.
That was my go-to. And I cried, hey, what's going on? It's Kevin Cross. How y'all doing? Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to go back and just watch that?
Totally.
How y'all doing, ladies? Yeah. That's how I sound. It was great. So maybe we got some more beef here going on. Tiger Woods at the center of this, too. This could just be an innocent little misunderstanding, but Greg Norman, not that he's intentionally trying to call out Tiger Woods, but, they live relatively close to each other. And if you don't know, Greg Norman was once the number one golfer in the world. When I was a young kid, he was it, the shark. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he was it. He was winning the Masters. He was number one. He was the dude. Greg Norman was it. And this is, probably in the 80s. He was the guy.
Did he do the thing? Did he do something when he would sink a putt? Did he do like a move, like a Zorro move or something?
Somebody did. I don't know if that was he or Chichi Rodriguez or somebody. Maybe that's Chichi Rodriguez that did that. Yeah, you're right. He would sink the putt, and they all had the thing. Some of them acted like it was the holster, and they put the gun back in the holster.
Oh, you have to have a move.
Tiger Woods has his fist pump. That's Tiger Woods' thing. Greg Norman, he would put his hands up over his head and go run around the green like that, like he was the shark.
Would he really?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, that is awesome. Now that's getting me want to watch golf.
You look like a nutcase.
I know.
What's he doing? I wish he did. He missed a great opportunity back in the day. Could have been doing that. Yeah, so Greg Norman in an interview is talking about how he hand-delivered a note to Tiger Woods, his home on Jupiter Island. Now, apparently they live really close to each other. They're pretty much neighbors, but they never see each other.
Sure, because they each have a couple of acres, probably.
Yeah, but, and relatively speaking, they're both on Jupiter Island where all the big fancy golfers live. And
Not like us, where we can touch our neighbor.
Oh, I can hear my neighbors. I can hear.
Yeah.
As soon as they start talking on the phone, I can hear them.
That's not how it works on Jupiter Island.
No.
Yeah, so they're asking him about it, and he said, I wrote Tiger a handwritten note, and I drove down my road about a quarter of a mile. That's how far they live apart. And I hand-delivered it to his guard at his gate, and I said, hey, this is Greg Norman here, and I got a note for Tiger Woods. Can you please hand-deliver it to him? Well, I never heard anything back, ever.
Huh.
Like, Tiger just totally ghosted me. He said, when I won my first major championship, Jack Nicklaus was the first person, another Palm Beacher, to walk down out of the TV tower and congratulate me. I don't know. Maybe Tiger just dislikes me. I've got no idea.
That's just classy. The old guys are doing it right.
Yeah, he said that's almost kind of what you do. It's what was done to me by Jack Nicklaus. He was the guy passing it down to me saying, congratulations, Greg Norman. You are the new guard. I was doing the same thing with Tiger Woods, saying, hey, you are it. I had my day, and I got crickets. That was it. I got nothing. And he said, I played 9 holes with Tiger and his father at IMG's request when he was just 14 or 15. He was a nobody. I was the number 1 player in the world. And I did it to kind of like mentor him and do an assessment of this kid. So I've always been willing to be there for Tiger, but Tiger's not there for me.
How's your mini golf skills? Because I'm looking to really crush somebody in that. And I'm looking at you, Witch.
Well, bring it, because I crushed Magnolia the other night and Rocco.
Oh,
so.
I would love to beat
Bragger.
the hell out of your kids in mini golf. Why don't you stack up some wins?
I like to have 4 or 5 beers first.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Get all liquored up and then beat your kids at golf. It's so good.
Yeah. You know what I need to get to is I want to get to, they've got all these like golf places, the top golf places, the drive shack, all that stuff. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. It's been, football season, so all my weekends are preoccupied with some great TV.
That's right. That is open now.
It's open.
I've been kind of out of touch with things because of the whole Dolphins prison I've been living in now. Let's top golf it up.
Yeah.
What is it?
Top golf it up.
What?
Oh, it's been a struggle, Mama. I'm barely hanging on.
Yeah.
Top golf?
What?
Top golf.
What?
Top golf. Am I saying it right?
No, you're saying it
All
right.
What's Ralston doing to me?
He just knows you're freaking out.
I'm just letting you do you, man. That's basically all it is. Yes, Jbird is back. I'll talk a little golf because we're just such great golfers. A little heads up. Now, they do have the Top Golf and Drive Shack. They're competitors. The Top Golf, they got Miami Gardens, Doral. They've got the Drive Shack is in West Palm.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of the differences there. And somebody said, Drive Shack had a 3-hour wait on a Saturday last week at 10 p.m. They close at 1 a.m., so do the math. It's busy. So.
Oh.
Ooh, that's busy.
Yeah, when I went to Top Golf in Miami Gardens, it was the same thing. They had a pretty good little wait there.
So get there early.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember because I went with a group here. I can't remember if the one dude had reservations for us or we just went and sat and waited. They do have like a bar and stuff like that, but I mean, if it's that crazy and that crowded.
3 hours, I tell you, get into a fist fight, you're sitting around.
Well, I would like to go early and like put my name on the list for the golf part and maybe sit and eat.
And then get drinks and then into a fist fight. Okay.
Yeah, and then push your friend over the side.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Hope the net doesn't hold.
They have to have somebody goofy. They probably don't put up with it.
They have videos of people falling over the front. There's a bunch of them.
There was some guy who was clearly hammered. He took a massive swing and just went tripping. And they got that drunk net that hangs over the sides.
He almost fell out the drunk net.
Yeah.
So do they hit it in water? Is that what it is at the Top Shack or new shack? What's it called? Shack stuff. They have
Try again.
Do they have a water? Do you hit it in water?
No, I don't. I've not seen water hazards there. It's just what it is. They've got kind of like these big holes that are out there, and then you kind of hit, and the ball falls down in one of the holes, and it keeps score for you. That's at least the only one I've done is the Top Golf in Miami Gardens. I haven't done Drive Shack yet. So we'll see. People sounded off with that story we had about Greg Norman. Said he wrote and hand-delivered a note to Tiger Woods after he won the Masters this last year, which is a big story just in golf in general, and especially here in South Florida, considering Tiger lives here in Jupiter Island, and Greg Norman lives just down the road. And
They're
we
neighbors.
See these guys. I see him out all over the place. Yeah, I saw Greg Norman a couple of months ago, just out somewhere, and so they're there. And so people are saying, yeah, I think I know why this might be going on. Apparently, Greg Norman had said that Tiger Woods will never win again when he was injured. I believe that's why Tiger hasn't responded to Norman. So maybe it's not just maybe the guard didn't drop it, and maybe Tiger's purposely not. So maybe there is some legit beef going on. And then somebody responded, what does that guy want? A medal for playing golf with Tiger when he's a kid? I'm with Tiger. Bleep him and his high horse attitude. A couple people blasting Greg Norman. Get over yourself.
Team Tiger.
Yeah,
it's real.
There is. Yeah,
there's nobody who gets more people following him around a golf course.
No, you're right. It was amazing when I was at Honda Classic. I think it was last year. Tiger wasn't even like in the running, and the guy who was I was sitting there. I was at the Bear Trap, and I was watching. This just it looked like locusts coming up over the hill. All these people, and there's Tiger, and then the guy who was like in first place in the Honda Classic at the time had like 8 people watching him, and 6 of those people were from his family.
I was just shocked that golf was going on at the Honda Classic. Me and Virginia were having drinks, talking like we were in a bar.
Yeah.
How many times did the golf referee tell us to shut up?
If we had $1 for every time we got shushed.
Yeah.
We'd have had about $14.
They have professional shushers.
They do. They have a little sign.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that event. It must have extra obnoxious liquor in the drinks because it brings out the wolf in the bird.
It's the heat too. You're out there, the sun.
I get loose out there.
Yeah.
Somehow we've been given all access passes to the Bears Trap.
I haven't gotten one in 2 years now. I'm wondering if something went on. I really haven't got any. I used to get those special passes.
You made the list.
Well, remember what you did? You threw up in the hallway of champions.
I give a pass.
Those
back.
guys don't get passes.
I would give that guy a pass.
I think you got our pass taken away.
Probably.
Yeah, somebody got to clean up your bar if you get your pass revoked.
I did try to. No, I didn't actually. I was so embarrassed. I think I just left. I don't know what happened.
You puked and ran?
I think I just got out of there.
Yeah. But you made it on the camera. They knew who you were, yeah. They got that.
Oh, if we could please somehow get that video footage. I know it lives somewhere.
You think so?
That would be so fun to see of him ralphing in the hallway of champions.
Yeah, I forget how it went down.
Somebody did text in defending Greg Norman. Said, Greg Norman is the man. My family owned a bridal store, and he got his cloth altered there, or clothes altered there. They were such nice people. Not for nothing, my boyfriend's family is very prominent in the golfing community, and most of these guys are very great people and are very nice. Ernie Els, Jack Nicklaus, and most of the younger dudes are good people. Tiger excluded from the bunch. Okay. It's either shade at Greg Norman. I didn't realize it was so polarizing. You're either Team Greg or Team Tiger.
I'm just team drama, so keep it coming.
Wow, Kevin, most of them are not on the island. They're in places like the Bears Club. Okay. Well,
golf drama. I mean, is it even good even for golf? It's so boring.
Palm Beach, there's golf drama going on. Look out.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Okay, we're trying to figure out what the name of Suits' cat is going to be. We had a lot of people giving some great suggestions earlier on, and Dennys has posted up to try to get some of people's responses and their favorites so far. I think, honestly, by the time it was all over, Suits and Boots was my favorite, but it's not in first place. Suits got a new cat, Jbird.
Oh, big news.
Yeah, it's real
big.
News.
He's so happy.
I just spent like 10 minutes talking to him. He didn't say a word of it. Not a peep.
Really?
Come on, Suits. I got to find out from the guys.
What did he talk about?
We talked about life. Just kind of getting through it.
Okay.
He's asking me some Oregon stuff.
Yeah, okay. You didn't bring up your cat. Doesn't mean that much to you, Suits. What's
We
going
were
on?
talking about the cat quote from yesterday that Denny's did that was very specific.
Oh, okay.
I thought that you saw the post. That's what I figured.
Oh, I was so dialed out of KVJ, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a photo of the cat.
Ooh,
yeah, right.
Very nice.
Yeah, she's very sweet. A little over 3 years old. Got her from Peggy Adams over the weekend.
I love it.
Yeah, huh?
It's beautiful. It's like it's looking through my soul.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cat.
It is.
Yes, I love the
Yeah.
eyes too. You know, that's what a lot of the comments have been about. Very beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
Set that cat up with Chewy.
That's weird.
Let's see how that was.
He's fluid. He's whatever. He doesn't care.
He's fluid with his sexuality.
Right now, the cat has kind of the placeholder name of JoJo. That's what it came from Peggy Adams with. Here are the top vote getters right now. At number 5, you got a tie between Sunday, Cleo. Sunday and Cleo. It's a tie in there. Number 5.
Is there a reason Sunday is out there? Is that your favorite day?
No, it's an ice cream sundae. Is what I
like
think.
it now.
Yeah.
He came around.
And number 4, which just was higher, boots, because you'd have suits and boots.
I like it.
Yeah.
What about a little ode to The Office, Sprinkles?
Oh yeah, Sprinkles.
That was a big character, a cat on The Office.
My girlfriend has a cat, and this cat is awesome. The cat's name is Dennys. And Denise is not feeling so well. I just got a message today. Denise had a stroke. So if you want to take that cat name, it's a very good one. Denise.
Oh, that's so sad.
You know, Virginia loves to bring up animal sadness. I swear to you.
It's life, baby.
She really does. I'm telling her about how she's taking me home. I never arrived. My truck broke down. Chewy wasn't feeling well. I'm like, yeah, Chewy's not feeling well. You know, his stomach's really, getting to him. So, oh, well, I hope we don't get there. He's not dead or anything.
Ooh.
I'm like, geez, Virginia, it's just a little IBS. It's just got a case of the ibs.
He was pooping and throwing up and walking into the walls. I mean,
Yeah.
I would be nervous.
Glass is always completely empty.
Always empty. There's not a drop.
Not a drop.
of
It's dry.
positivity.
No, it's bone dry. It's not ever seen liquid. No liquid positivity in her glass. Luna is number 3 on the list of votes for Suits Cat's name. Number 2, Sammy. And then number 1, people like Tuxedo for the name of your cat. That is the number 1 vote getter. You got Suits and Tuxedo.
What do you think, Virginia?
I don't care for Tuxedo. I like boots.
Yeah.
Suits and boots.
I like the rhyming on that. I kind of like Luna. Luna and Sammy actually is kind of funny. Someone suggested that because that was like, when you're a kid, you always have that one stuffed animal you always have to sleep with was actually Sammy. So I thought that was kind of funny. Someone suggested that. But I really like Luna. I think that's a nice name.
The name Oreo was down there below Sunday, and that stripper cat name you had, Jade, is not doing well.
Jade.
Yeah.
Is it really a stripper name, Jade? I mean, yeah.
Let's get Jade to the stage. Yeah, a little bit.
Everybody out there, get your hands together. We got Jade coming to the stage. All right. That's right. Let's not make it ones. How about them 5s and 10s? Come on, Jade. Make it work for you, girl.
You have the best 1998 strip DJ voice.
Yeah,
that is so good.
Put a little sprinkle Marlboro Red in here, and yeah, you're ready to go. All right.
That's really good.
All right. Well, just to let you know, we did not get a full round today. So yesterday, the bets that we took did not apply. I thought we were going to have a Jbird starting at 6 a.m., so it did not work. We'd all taken bets today on the show. How many times you would say, I didn't sleep very well last night?
I said it a bunch already.
Yeah. We only got like 2 in here today, so
I didn't sleep very well last night, Kevin. Add another one.
Virginia was the high number on 12. I had 7. Denny's was 6, and Suits at 5.
If I would have been here at 6, I would have had at least 12.
Yeah. So Virginia might have proverbially won.
I can't sleep on a plane. I'll go under for a little bit and then I jump right out. It's
I am
weird.
the same way. It's terrible. I hate it because especially when you get on a really long flight or you just know you're going to need it. I had that when I was flying back last year from Israel, and I'm like, I just know it because I'm losing a day basically because I'm not going to get to sleep. And sure enough, I got on there, and I even had somebody gave me whatever the stuff was, the legal kind of things that make you drowsy.
Xanax?
No, that's not the legal one. Yeah,
Benadryl?
Virginia. Yeah, it was something. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, it was something I was allowed to take.
Rum?
And I took like 2 or 3, and yeah, sure enough, I fell asleep for like 90 minutes. I was like, this is amazing. I woke up. I'm like, we have got to be close to landing. And I put up that map. I thought for sure it was 6 hours in. I could still see Jerusalem. I'm like, ah.
That does. There was 9 different times I thought we were pulling into an airport. Like, oh, we're finally. Oh no, we're not. That's not the airport.
I bet you we could sleep if we got those, those cubbies in the front where you have like a whole pod and you get to lay down flat. I've never even been on a plane with those, but that would be so cool to sleep in that.
They do, yeah.
The clock in my hotel room was off, either up or down an hour right off the bat. So then you had the time change. Then you had the 3-hour difference. So I did not. There was a good point on Sunday. I didn't know what time it was. I was like, is it 12 or is it 10 or is it 9?
It's tough.
My phone was dead. It was awful.
And hey, Dennys, is this clock right now? Are we at the end of the show, or do I still have an hour to go, or am I an hour late, or where am I? Okay, well, the clock is now right? Okay. Very nice. Yes, you just got, yesterday the clock wasn't set back, and half of today's show it wasn't. I have no idea, so. Now I believe we're here at the right place at the right time, Jbird. Everything is good with the world.
Oh, it's time to get a pizza. It's one of those days where throwing all caution to the wind.
Yeah, got to go for that, huh? All right, Jbird, before we get to the After the Show podcast, you would wrap it up here. Back to you with our closing thought for the day.
Just remember, the people that say your dreams are impossible have already quit on theirs.
Oh.
Okay, yep, right.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?